Hello and welcome into a live watch along. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I am joined, of course, I am your mayor of PHNX, occasionally known as a guy that figured out how to do his hair like Lourdes Gurriel. I am joined by someone else with exceptional hair on today's show. It's the one and only Sean DePons.
Yo, yo. What are you doing?
I'm doing good. As Elizabeth says, we're fashionably late. We are, of course, but we're here. Some technical difficulties, but we're not up to as fast of a start as Merrill Kelly is, because that was a very good first inning.
Or we're off to as slow of a start as the Miami Marlins offenses.
Yes, that's even better. Well said. Well said. So joining us, thank you guys for joining us, of course. Jesse right now is out Chase Field bringing us some information.
One of 7 people there.
Yeah, absolutely. There are dozens of us. There are dozens of us. Yeah, I figured I figured out today if I go Oppo Taco with the purple hair that I can go a little bit more like Lourdes. So, still trying to figure it out.
So, because I obviously wasn't on your show yesterday.
Yes.
Brendan fought.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm nervous. I feel bad for him. I know that this isn't him, but I also know that it's really weird to just be throwing fastballs right down the middle.
Yeah.
Of the plate. I mean, they're 95 miles an hour. Yeah, they got spin on them, but they're right down the middle.
Yeah, it doesn't matter when Jorge Soler is sending him 800 feet the opposite direction.
The distance that ball went.
Oh my God!
I
went to yesterday's game. I think the night before, and I saw obviously the Christian Walker home run. And I was like, oh my God, that is a bomb. I went second deck.
Yeah.
To cold beer and cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
And then less than 24 hours later, Jorge Soler hit a home run even further.
I've just never seen a ball hit over there. Like, I've stood there and watched the game from that spot, and I've imagined the ball coming over there.
I was sitting in the left field bleachers at the time, and it literally went, and it just cleared onto the concourse, one bounced on top of Gonzo's.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it got caught
on is that where it went?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it got caught on the awning of Gonzo's. And so it never came. That ball quite literally never came down.
I saw several people scrambling after
I looked over and people were running, and I'm like, I don't think that ball ever, because I saw it bounce up there, and I don't think it ever came back down.
All right, that was a 13-minute first inning. We almost missed the entire first inning.
Oh my God.
That was pretty good.
I don't think I've watched any baseball yet.
Michael McDermott in the chat says if Lourdes wins NL Player of the Month, Derek has to dye his beard purple. People really want me to dye my beard teal or purple. I don't.
Lourdes doesn't have his beard purple.
Exactly. It's not a good look for me either. This is my midlife crisis right here. This is as good as it gets. Kyle Dannon says, I mean, it is at noon on a Wednesday. It is no wonder no one showed up. Everyone is at work or school.
Oh, yeah. I was joking. I wasn't critiquing D-backs fans.
No. But I will say this. It's a tradition in baseball. As a matter of fact, it's funny because I've had Leah from Coyotes comment on this before where she said, man, I wish we had day games like this. And it's like, yeah, it is great for a sport that has 162 games to sneak one in every now and again during the day. And it is after 12:54, so I am allowed to drink one of these neutrals, by the way. Shout out to the folks
before 12:54.
Yeah, is that? Yeah, no, they are. They're vodka spritzers.
There's real juice in there.
Yeah,
it says real juice. You drink juice with breakfast.
Real juice with breakfast. You're right. It's the way we get away with mimosas and vodka.
Exactly.
Bloody Marys. Delicious. I don't want to up the ante anymore. We already raised the stakes to me getting a tattoo in the month of May if they went 20-5, which is going to be very difficult at this point for them to do. But
oh my God, yeah.
I will still hold up my end of the bargain should that happen.
Should we get into a 50-50?
I figured out at one point that if I stopped spending my money on the 50-50, that eventually I would have $100,000 because it's hard. It was hard to resist for me for a long period of time, and I
get tempted every time, but I haven't done it in a while.
Yeah,
it always seems like such a good idea.
Yeah,
it does.
It's like I'm putting $20 down, chance to walk out of this baseball game that I went to for fun with a few $1,000s. Absolutely.
What's worse is I always find a way to rationalize doing it. If there's not a lot of people in the park, I think, oh, my odds are better.
Yeah.
If there are a lot of people in the park, I'm like, look at that pot. It's huge. Look at that. Let's go.
And somebody's got to win, so
exactly.
why not me?
Why not me?
Plus, I think one of the worst things that's ever happened to me is I was at indoor lacrosse, a professional lacrosse game back in Buffalo, and my mom won the 50-50, and now I'm like, that's always possible.
I went on a streak of winning things at one point for like this 1 year of my life when I was like 19, where I just felt like I couldn't lose.
I feel that. Yeah, no, actually, I feel you. I won a whole like 60-inch plasma TV in my undergrad one time at a football game because I caught a T-shirt, and I'm just like, I ain't gonna win a lottery.
Yeah. Sorry, Max.
Meanwhile, Max never wins anything.
Yeah.
He's bad at betting.
No, I laughed a little too hard at that. Back to your question, though, if I'm being honest, when it comes to Brandon Pfaadt, I know how it is. I know what happens with guys. It's kind of like, why doesn't offense like the Diamondbacks all go cold at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's clinching up, right? Like the more that the other guys struggle, the more you feel the pressure on your shoulders, the more you're not just going with the flow.
Yeah. Plus, this is a team that very much, I feel like, relies on stringing bats together. It's not like, I mean, obviously Christian Walker might come out here and hit a home run. You might get a 2 home run day from Lourdes, but obviously this team, I would utilize small ball a little more than the average MLB team.
Well, it's just the fact of baseball that a lot of times, and it's almost cliche that the coaches say, they're trying too hard, and that's a lot of times with talented guys. That's usually the reason why they struggle. I mean, that's the reason why they have, that's the reason why they have these offensive droughts. That's the reason why they can tend to be very streaky. It's because once they're struggling a bit, it like just keeps getting worse and worse. With Pfaadt, I think the one thing we've discussed quite a bit on the show is that he has great control over the strike zone, and that's the one thing that's missing right now. Everything else he's doing. I mean, he's throwing an abundance of strikes, which is no surprise because it's something he did in the minors. But when he threw an abundance of strikes, he was able to hit the corners, hit the edges. We have not seen that so far. And we've also seen him kind of, unfortunately, like not mix his fastball in location-wise with some of his off-speed stuff. He seems to be like, feast or famine. Either he's going with his fastball or he's going with his, off-speed stuff. But there's just not a great pitch selection really going on right now, But I still think he's, a very, very good pitcher. And I think that he's going to end up still being part of this rotation.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really a matter, I think, of this point of, of settling in. I don't know if it's going to happen in this turn, right? Because there's a good chance that the Diamondbacks don't let him struggle enough. If he does continue to
he
struggle.
has another start like that. And,
and
obviously the first one they got away with, they ended up coming to the win, but the offense kind of went a little cold yesterday. What was I going to say about Pfaadt? Oh, I think it's probably just his face because he's got those rosy cheeks.
Yeah, he does.
But I feel like he gets flustered very easily. Like it seems like he always kind of looked like he was feeling the pressure of the moment.
They say the opposite about him, but that's the problem. They say like he tends to be very just calm, and maybe that's it. Maybe it's a calm exterior where you're really just panicking inside.
Maybe it's like football coaches when like if they're a little bit heavy, sometimes you're like, oh, they don't know what they're doing. They're a little clueless, but that doesn't mean anything. Obviously, the rosy cheeks really just make him look like
make him look like he's flustered when he's probably just chilling.
Did you just say that a fat football coach
that's a
comes
concept.
off as not knowing something?
Sometimes, like Mike McCarthy, like you'll look at him and you'll be like, look at this oaf. You know what I mean?
Mike McCarthy is an oaf. He just...
Oh, man.
Like Brandon Staley is an oaf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's skinny. He looks like he works out. You think he's a smart guy.
Where's Totri?
I'm an oaf. I'm an oaf. Yeah. I mean, I come off oafish, don't I? I mean,
I don't know. I feel like Brandon Staley's like a perfect example of what I'm trying to say. Like the guy is stupid, but he doesn't get the same treatment because he's in good shape.
Patrick Pilcher in the comments on Brandon Pfaadt, by the way, it said he'll be right as rain in no time, and I think that's the case, honestly.
Well, yeah, and I also like the reality is this kid's he's not going to be like a Cy Young candidate.
Yeah, that's the
middle of the rotation.
That's the one thing, but still, middle of the rotation when you're talking about a minor league prospect is still very, very good. That's the reason why he was ranked in the top 100. He just wasn't ranked number 1, number 2.
Yeah,
and that's something people should keep in mind. Jose Grajada said, does Fott have only on 2 pitches only? No, he has a nice pitch selection. We're just not really seeing it work well. He has a changeup, he has a curveball, slider, fastball. He's just at times relying too much on his fastball. His off-speed stuff is landing outside the strike zone and isn't really fooling anyone right now because his fastball isn't painting the corners. It's just right down the middle. He's just that flat out. That's what's wrong right now with Brandon Pfaadt is he's just throwing too many fastballs down the middle.
This is a crazy stat for the Marlins. 10-4 when started by Garrett or Luzardo. I lost the number, but I think it said like 8-12 otherwise, something crazy like that. Plus the thing with Pfaadt too is like we're not expecting him to go from 5 innings, 6 earned runs to 7 innings, no earned runs. Like he's not supposed to go from what he's doing to Zach Gallen.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, if he can give you 5-6 innings, 3-run ball, more often than not, this offense will do enough to get you wins in those situations. Obviously, they wouldn't have last night, but still. Oh,
I mean, last night that was a big thing. We talked about that. Like he could have had an excellent outing and given up only 3 runs in 6 innings, and still the offense didn't do enough to back that up. So Luzardo was very good last night, though.
He was.
Got to give him credit.
He was shoving.
Offensively, though, the Marlins look better than they have in a long time, and that's mostly because of Soler.
Yeah,
and
not because of Jazz Chisholm.
I hate when you say things that you're like, I don't really believe that words that come out of my mouth can curse the baseball team. But I turned to Jesse, I think during Soler's first at bat, and I was like, this guy hasn't been able to hit lately. Boy, did he turn that around. So, yeah, let's go La Piña. Vamos!
La Piña!
It's because I went Oppo Taco with my hair.
I was really sad that him and Yuli haven't done anything like spectacular at the same time in the series. The first game of the series, I bet on Yuli and Lourdes both to hit home runs, and I don't know.
Bink.
I want someone to bring back the Polo Grounds. I want to see someone have to drive 500 to left center and have it be a triple.
We've talked about, I don't know how big the dimensions are. We talked about the Bisbee Park. That would be fun to have some baseball games out there, but I think it's the opposite. I think it's quite small.
That would probably make sense.
Mistaken.
Whenever they renovate / build a new stadium, I want them to do something funky with the outfield.
Yeah,
I want something. They need something unique, something with character. Obviously, the pool.
Would you remove the pool? Would you remove the pool?
I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Yeah,
the pool's cool, and I think it does give them something unique. But
is that a necessity if they built a new place to also?
If they built a new place,
would they need to? Okay, so Michael McDermott has a fascinating stat here, by the way. This is Lourdes Gurriel's slash line during the Purple Hair Derek era. 474, 600, 1.105.
One daughter.
Let's fucking go. I'm not gonna say that I inspired him,
but
like I'm just saying, I'm saying I brought some good luck into his life. I'm just saying he should take me on the road trip with him. That's all.
Look at Perdomo's gear today, the yellow and red. Have we talked about this? How you feel about the guys wearing crazy colors? I know we talked a little bit about that.
I love it. I want more.
It looks like it has a Dominican thing on it, right?
Yeah, there's a Dominican flag on the strap too. On where it says Perdomo.
Venezuelan? No, it is a Dominican flag. You're right.
But it has Perdomo's thing on it. Like it's Perdomo's.
Cattell has it too, so it makes me think it's a cultural thing.
Yeah, I mean, you see plenty of the Latin players do. I mean, Yoenis Cespedes, I feel like was the trailblazer. He was always wearing his neon like green shit when he was playing on the Mets.
People always like. I hate when like. First of all, I'm old, but I'm gonna say like I don't feel like you get old until you start saying shit like, "Why are they wearing colors like that?" Like as if it's a bad thing, right?
Yeah, I know.
Like sometimes the answer to that question is simply because I want to look cool.
Yeah, and I
want my friends to see me looking cool. I want my girl to see me looking cool. I want the guys I'm playing to see me looking cool. I just want to be cool.
I agree with you. I would never do that though because that's not what I would wear to look cool. Like I'm much more of a either wearing the team colors or wearing like like going all white or all black or all gray.
Well, it's. I'm just saying, like,
but no,
anything like a chain. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like when they wear the jewelry and get criticized for that. Like anything. You know what I mean?
My biggest thing with the jewelry is always just like how are you trying to hit 100-mile-per-hour fastballs with 10 pounds of gold on your neck? Like that, it just seems like it'd be inconvenient. But I mean, if you're still banging.
That's the thing. Yeah, like there's a lot of things. Like when I mean, when I work out and stuff, I make reasonable decisions about the stuff I do, so that way I'm like, trying to maximize my effort while working out, right?
Yeah.
Like, so there are some things that seem excessive when you're playing a sport, but it's also baseball. So don't give me some shit like a gold chain is really gonna hold you down.
I mean, also sometimes guys wear chains, and I mean, guys wear chains under their jerseys and shit. Obviously, not to the extent that baseball players do. You'll see guys wearing little chains in hockey or football.
I was talking about some of my favorite bobbleheads, right? And I mean, a bobblehead still at the end of the day, somebody created it, right? There was a prototype that was made. Somebody actually designed it that gets cast into a mold, and then that's what they make all the bobbleheads off of. And there is this Martin Prado bobblehead that I have that I still love as one of my favorite ones. And the biggest reason why is because how much it looks like Martin Prado. But a big part of it is because he used to wear a big old chain with a cross on it. And like they even have that in motion and stuff on it too. Like it's just a dope looking like bobblehead. Like they just did a good job with it. He has his eye black on under his face. Like it's just all the details are there. And honestly, there hasn't been a bobblehead that made me feel like that it was that well done until the Zach Gallen one that they came out with this year. It is legitimately incredible, and it looks so much like Zach Gallen that I just can't get over it. I can't wait to see what the Corbin Carroll one looks like. It's going to be interesting.
Same.
There was talk, by the way, that there was pressure being applied to try to get a Lourdes Gurriel bobblehead, which would have, as I suggested immediately, troll hair.
Yes.
Right? Purple troll hair.
Hell yeah.
And we absolutely need that.
That would be dope.
I mean, it's never too late. Let's get it made.
Movable Lourdes hair would go crazy. Are they talking about Perdomo's line drive? It was 101 off the bat?
Yeah. Yeah, it was 101 and just well played defensively. So this hoodie that I recently got is very, very comfortable.
It looks nice.
It's called the Lefty because they put all the logos on the left arm, and I really like that about this, by the way. I have to show it off because if Jesse's watching right now, I told him yesterday that I bought this, so I needed him to see it.
Poor Geraldo Perdomo.
Yeah.
It's hilarious that the man can't hit the ball hard for his life, and then he finally hits one hard, and it's a line drive to the second baseman.
I don't know, though. He is our Risp King, so I'm surprised he didn't drive.
What could have really used the Risp King last night instead of Dominic?
Yeah, there's a lot of Dominic.
I only say Fletcher? That. I only say that because it was 2-out situation, but he was up with the bases loaded, 2 outs, nothing, and he was up with runners on first and second, 2 outs, nothing. I'm not saying Perdomo should be playing right field or anything like that, but
the XBA on that line out by Geraldo Perdomo was 690. By the way, 690.
Geraldo.
Jazz Chisholm's leadoff flyout would have dinged in 3 out of 30 parks. By the way.
Oh yeah. They should just make it the most pitchers-friendly park of all time. Just make it massive. Make it Colorado Stadium, but at our elevation.
But then why would you as a pitcher want to sign with that team?
You don't give up home runs. Like you do it in Colorado without the elevation. You got a big-ass stadium.
I don't know.
Minus elevation.
I don't know about this plan.
They give up. And plus, you got so much speed on this team.
I don't even pitch, and I don't want
to. That's home runs. That's inside the park home runs all the time for the D-backs.
Yeah, when you were talking about Polo Grounds, my first thought was imagine Corbin Carroll at Polo Grounds.
Dude, he'd score. Corbin Carroll, I genuinely think could hit an inside the park home run and a double in the time that it would take a fielder to get a ball that was hit to deep left center.
He'd probably hit 40 bombs.
What a great rule.
With 3 outside of the park.
25 of them would be inside the park home
That's
run.
an incredible rule, by the way. I think that should be a rule of baseball.
Just keep running?
If you could keep running, that you could not only score a home run, but you could also register like a single if you could go around home plate and
you
get
can
back
stay
to
on
first.
base.
Oh, that would be fucking incredible. See, these are the
But it's
rules
got a
that
banana
they
ball
need
written all over it.
Yeah, they need to explore these rules in the Atlantic League. Just like the other night on the MLB Network, they had suggested that if the mascot catches the ball in foul ground, that it counts as an out.
It should
because the mascot is an extension of the team, and if he catches it on the fly, because Baxter went after one.
Yeah, I was gonna say Baxter was cooking on the
he
dugout
was
yesterday.
cooking. That should count as an out, and I've never been on board with anything more than that.
Yo, Baxter has a little more attitude and sass, and I think people realize. And I fucking love it.
I tried to not. I was trying to be polite. I was going in. Baxter was coming out. I knew that they were getting ready to do the thing where they introduced him yesterday, so I was trying to stay out of his way. And he got mad at me for not dapping him up. He actually stopped and like hit me in the shoulder and made sure that I dapped him up. And like, look, I want to dap up Baxter every time I see him. I want to hug him and just chill with him. You know what I mean? Like I want to. But I know he's an important guy. He's got stuff to do. So I try to, not infringe on his time like that. Much like the players.
It's funny. At one point yesterday, there was these two probably like mid-20-year-old women or something like that near the end of the game stood up and started trying to get Baxter's attention to come over, and Baxter just looked at them and was just like, eh, and then just kept walking and walked right past them. And I was just like, and then he walked down to the dugout and they were like, "What the hell, Baxter?" And he was like, "What?" And then just waved them off again and then kept doing his thing. And I was like, "Hell yeah, Baxter."
I'm sorry. Are you 8? No? Okay. Well, then I got shit to do. I'm sorry. I'm a busy bobcat.
I'm a busy bobcat.
Joe in the comments is throwing shade at Totri in the eye.
Savage.
That's awesome.
That's not even Totri back there.
Who is back there?
Totri just catching strays.
That's fine. Actually, he's saying he's taller than he thought Totri would be. He's basically saying, which is true because that's not Totri.
It's Aiden, yeah.
That's an accurate assessment. You are correct. That is not Totri. I love his unexciting innings. Merrill Kelly sometimes is the least flashiest pitcher, but it's just when he is on, he is on. And he has these short innings. He's able to just go long. Like, he just does some things that other pitchers aren't able to do. Like, I feel like there's not enough guys that pitch to contact and try to just get that, those ground balls and stuff like that. That's something Brent Strom talked about with age, where you stop being so worried about the strikeout and you're trying to almost purposefully get them to hit it, but you can throw a ball that's so heavy that they can't hit it out of the infield, things like that.
I don't know why I just thought of this, and I know you've probably talked about this before, but
let's go.
Does Ketel not look like he's just enjoying life more?
Yeah, no, Ketel looks like he's enjoying life at all times.
Although there was one play yesterday where I think he probably could have run out a grounder a little harder, which is,
I mean, that's
but it's also like
he's always messing around defensively with like the guy that comes in the second.
Yes,
he's always trying to like put a tag on him, and then if not, he puts him in like a sleeper hold or something. And
he does all of the most. And anytime he either gets hit by a pitch or comes close to getting hit by a pitch, like I'll the first at bat, his first at bat of the season, he pretended to charge Julio Urias after he got hit. Like I love, and you could tell like even little things like when like there's a single to the outfield and the ball's get thrown back into second, he will do like the most extra, like basically damn near karate move to field the ball and like turn to tag the runner in case he's going to. And obviously he knows he's not going to. He's just doing dramatic shit.
Yeah.
And like, I like seeing Ketel have fun.
Yeah, he looks like he's enjoying playing the game. He also has an incredible Lamborghini that we haven't talked enough about on this show because he cuts Jesse off all the time. And it's just low-key hilarious. But it looks like a pair of his shoes. It's just the flashiest car.
Plus,
if you saw it, you would immediately go, that looks like something Ketel would drive. And then you might notice that it is Ketel, in fact, driving it.
Plus, I feel like this team needs a guy like Ketel because this team is flashy in how they play baseball because they're young and fast, but they're not like none of the guys on this team are flashy guys.
Swag.
Yeah, like Ketel.
Swag.
Ketel, brings a certain amount of swag that I think he lost a little bit last year because he wasn't having as much fun.
Well, he was injured.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And then I think injuries like hamper you to. It's not just having an injury; it's thinking it's being cleared and coming back and then re-injuring the same thing.
Yeah,
right? Like
100%.
That sucks so much.
Which is why I'm a little hesitant to critique him for not running out things to first because it's like,
yeah,
unless you really think you have an opportunity, I don't have a problem with you not risking your hamstrings, but still. When it's a guy that has unfairly faced critique for being lazy at times, I think.
Yeah.
You hate seeing him not run things out, even if it's fair.
Patrick Pilcher says that slick teal car, love it. Yes, it's like pink and teal. It looks like it looks like the San Diego City Connect jersey almost. It's incredible. Yeah. I probably shouldn't be giving this much information away about what his car looks like. But.
Yeah, people following him now. This game is kind of trucking along. I really haven't.
Man, I mean,
was Lourdes still the only hit?
I believe so. The entire game, yes. And we are in the bottom of the third, and we are 36 minutes into this game.
Last night's game was long as hell.
36 minutes into this game. Well, see, this is what the bitch clock does. This is
3 hours, I think.
It just keeps the games like this moving,
yeah.
right? Because this is
already... As it should be.
Right. It's a boring game when teams aren't scoring offensively.
And
which I've never thought, by the way.
Yeah.
I for one, am such a baseball fan that when people say that, I'm like, I love a pitcher's duel.
No, I wouldn't. If this game goes 9 innings and it's 1-0, I will love that, but I will love it more that it didn't take up 3.5 hours of my time for no reason.
That's the thing for a 1-0 game.
Yeah,
right.
Last night kind of sucked because the D-backs were on the wrong side of it, but it was a long game, but there was plenty of offense in it.
Yeah,
and so it's. Whatever. I mean, the things you hate are games like that where it's like, oh, there was 8 runs in the second inning, and now you're watching a really long game that kind of sucks for the next 7 innings. But you don't come into that all that often, I feel like.
Yeah. Shout out to our friends again from Neutral for making my new favorite drink.
Which flavor are you drinking?
The
orange? I love the orange.
I love the orange. I also love the lemonade and the flavored
lemonade. I had a peach lemonade one yesterday or 2 days ago. 2 days ago? So on Monday. Pretty bomb. I think that the orange regular neutral might be my favorite though.
All right, so real seltzer or the normal seltzers normally, like the White Claw stuff.
Yeah.
Just not enough flavor for me. But then I kind of always drifted towards more of a Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Okay.
But that's especially now. After drinking these, entirely too sweet. So this is the perfect.
Yeah, well, I'm not a huge sweet drink guy. If I'm going to get cocktails or something like that, or if I'm at a bar, I'm probably doing a tequila soda or something like that. I don't put a lot of juice in it, and so there's obviously got juice in it, but you mentioned the White Claws, those ones I feel like after 2, there's just too much sugar in my system, and I get too I don't feel like drinking anymore. I don't have that problem with these. They're nice. I mean, they're called neutral for a reason. They're nice and light and.
They're
kind of neutral.
They're called neutral for. I get it now. I understand the title of the movie now.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I love when they say the title.
Do you have mesothelioma?
I do not.
Thank God.
I don't know.
I mean, you might be entitled to some
I have always wondered, though, how terrifying it would be for them to specifically detail a situation that you were involved in.
Right?
If they were have you spent time in the Chase Field press box between 2012 and 2020?
You may be entitled
to compensation.
Oh my God. And I'm like,
for
me,
what?
If
what
I saw that, I would be like,
to?
yeah, right? I'm gonna be I've been there one time. How serious is this?
Yeah.
Am I gonna? Do I still?
I was there a lot in 2019. Every home series. Oh my God.
How specific could it get before you're like, okay, I'm in a simulation?
It depends. I mean, if they were have you ever been at this building and it's our address on the 5th floor playing Power Wash Simulator on Xbox, I would literally get up from this live broadcast and go to my doctor's office. That's what I would do.
Joe wants us to do play-by-play.
That's not a great idea, but
I could do decent play-by-play. I'm taking classes.
All right.
Shout out Gary Thorne. Altex, what's poppin'? Are you? Oh, Altex either was or is soon, or will be soon, or is in Arizona.
I do think we're behind, but we can still do this. I mean,
play-by-play.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, I mean, we could do it based on our game. Oh boy, first pitch of the at bat to Jazz Chisholm
pops up
to shallow left center.
Yeah.
Oh, Thomas comes and takes the play. 1 down. Top of the 4th.
You know what I will say? Corbin Carroll might not be ready for center field.
Yeah.
Might not. Well, and here's the thing. Again, defensively, I think Alec Thomas is kind of like Christian Walker, where he's so good in center field that you don't even give him credit for how good he really is because he's made making spectacular plays standard.
Yeah. Well, Alec Thomas is early stages. I mean, in general he is, but early stages Jackie Bradley Jr. Just probably should be in the minor league.
No.
What?
No.
Probably should be in the minor leagues based on how bad his bat is. But is in the pros because he is arguably the best defensive center fielder in baseball. And I mean, Jackie Bradley Jr. earlier on in his career did go back and forth between the minors. I saw him a couple of times play a AAA. But then he ended up going on to win an AL postseason MVP after the ALCS. So
count even on Jorge Soler.
Oh, I forgot about
this. Merrill Kelly at 50 pitches right now. We're in the top of the fourth. Still a scoreless game. One hit, by the way.
Oh, are you looking at the thing now?
No, I'm calling it.
You said that. Oh, the count was even. The count's not even.
Oh, I thought it was.
Come on, play by play.
Sorry, I was ahead. You're right.
Now the count's even.
Yeah.
You love being in a pitcher's count against a guy that has been absolutely murdering the baseball in this series.
He has, absolutely. Albert in the comments says, "Hey y'all, glad I didn't bet the over on this one." Yeah, it's probably not the best idea to bet the over on any Miami Marlins game, but
I mean, it worked 2 nights ago. Did not work yesterday. It almost did, but not because of the Marlins. And Soler continues his hot hitting in this series.
First knock, right?
Oh yeah, first knock for the Marlins.
First knock for the Marlins. Yeah.
No.
Wonder if Steve mentioned on the broadcast that there was a no-hitter going or something.
16 times. 16 times, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. As an act of self-preservation, as a broadcaster, I would never mention a basketball player's free throw numbers going to the line. I would never mention that a kicker is perfect on extra points coming into or so far in the season, and I would never mention that a team doesn't have any hits. Those are like
he hasn't missed a game-winning kick from 50 plus in his career. You're like, well, this one's definitely
the hold, and it's 80 yards wide right because that's how this works.
Steve spits in the face of your rules when it comes to that.
Yeah. Also, Arias, despite being probably the best hitter in baseball so far this year, has not been crazy. I don't think he's had a multi-hit game yet in this series, which I've bet on multiple times. I've had his over on bases, and it hasn't hit yet, which is frustrating. And I did not get to place my bets for this game, so I'm going to be sick. If Arias has over 1.5 bases, Corbin Carroll or Christian Walker hit home runs, or Merrill Kelly has over on a strikeout, I'm going to be very upset because those are all things I plan on taking at any given chance to.
Well,
Altex. I know this is a D-backs, but I got to ask. If I have the opportunity to go to the Suns game tomorrow, Altex does not live here, by the way, visiting from out of town. If I have an opportunity to go to the Suns game tomorrow, do I dare risk spending over $400 on 2 tickets for me and my mom with a potential loss on the line?
Wow.
Well, I'll say this: the Suns have been very good at home, so
that's one thing.
I don't think you're going to get a performance like last night. B, I mean, you're not from here, or you don't live here. You got a chance to see playoff Suns basketball.
They're winning.
And plus, I feel good about them winning.
They're winning.
I think so too. I think the Suns are going to win. So I think it's worth the risk for sure.
Can I say this also? If you haven't been to a playoff game yet, it may be your last chance.
Also true.
One way or another, even if they lose in this game or if they potentially lose on the road in Denver. But that's not going to happen. So what you want to be is you want to be able to say, I went to a playoff game during that championship run that the Phoenix Suns made.
Yeah, and I mean, worst case scenario, if the Suns do somehow lose, it's probably going to be because Jokic has like one of the greatest playoff performances of all time. So at least get to see history.
Merrill Kelly has thrown 4 straight balls, and things are not great right now. Did someone
Max is freaking out over his soccer bets.
Oh, okay. I was like, did someone die behind us just now? But it's just Max.
Joe making a good point. You spend $400 on the tickets, and then you bet the Denver money line. It's a win-win.
That's hedging your bets emotionally.
Put like $100 on the Denver money line. Convince yourself that you spent $500 on the tickets, and then maybe by the time you leave, you spent like $200 on tickets.
Or you're out $500, but you got to see the Suns win.
True.
Which is priceless.
Oh yeah, I'll text. We're getting into some XFL football now. Cacaw is the law.
Cacaw is the law.
If I'll text, Joe is a big-time Battle Hawk. I'm obviously a big-time Battle Hawk. First off, speaking of the Battle Hawks, AJ McCarron got robbed from XFL first team.
How do you sleep at night?
I don't know. Jordan Ta'amu,
I refuse to talk XFL first team talk on this show. I have to draw lines somewhere.
Completely understandable and reasonable.
I just know Sean's losing sleep over that.
I am. Because I'm pretty sure he won league MVP, but he's not first team. Please. How's that even? Absolute horseshit. They're getting 35,000 people a game in St. Louis, and they're
respect AJ McCarron.
Giving it to Jordan Ta'amu, whose team was carried by the top rushing attack in football. Half the time he wasn't even playing because Derek King was in there rushing the football. Please.
No.
Ludicrous.
Absurd.
Nothing makes me more angry in sports.
No. Not doing it.
Albert, by the way, now we're talking soccer.
You're
which
Mr.
we're also watching, yes.
Albert talking about how he wished he took Inter. Yeah, so does Max, because Max was going to, right? Or are you going to take Milan?
I was going to take Milan.
Oh, Max was going to take Milan, yeah. Fun fact, if Max ever tweets out a soccer bet, take the opposite. It's hit almost every time.
Wait, Frasher's has a great St. Louis-style burnt-end pizza. Joe, good information that I'm going to immediately follow up on after we are done here.
Ooh, no. Now, I think St. Louis native Joe, who lives in Arizona, is fighting with Arizona native who lives in St. Louis.
Oh, no.
Over cheese?
Oh, no. Avert your eyes, everyone.
Oh, no.
Yeah, things aren't going to.
You need to put away your damn game day, Derek.
I'm from the future.
Fuck you, Derek. Fuck you, Derek, and fuck this guy.
I didn't hit the goddamn home run. I didn't hit the home run.
They are murdering the ball in this series. Matt Totri, you know what you need to do.
Come stand in the fucking spot. Why weren't you already?
Well,
you obviously fucking blew it by not being over there now. We have this thing where Totri has to stand
in a very particular spot of the office
to help all Arizona sports win, and he doesn't do it often enough.
Well, we're not gonna have much time to do it later. We got a show in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but like I was saying, they have been pissing on this baseball in this series. That's dead center to the camera well. You don't see that very often.
My God. Avert your eyes, children.
It was on a line, too. That's the
crazy thing.
It
was a rocket.
It wasn't even like a fly ball. It was a straight line drive that somehow made it over the center field wall.
You got the exit velo on that by any chance?
I do have the exit velo on that.
With a launch angle as well.
It was a 110 degree or 110.6 mile per hour exit velo.
Bomb? What's the launch angle of it?
Launch angle, 25 degrees. Would have dingered in 30 out of 30 parks.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going dead center at Chase Field, it's probably going to be a home run in most places. Max is sad. Or Max, Jesus. I don't know what should happen there. I'm so sorry. Jacob is sad. I don't know.
Jacob, I'm sad. Jacob, are you sad?
Jacob's doing
Merrill Kelly was cruising prior to that, and then he literally just couldn't find the strike zone, it felt like.
Made some strikeouts here.
No. Yeah, I didn't even have to get my bet in. So ultimately, the over on strikeout doesn't really matter. Oh God.
Fly out.
Yeah, that's how Thomas back there. If that was Corbin playing center, that's a driverless center. Dude, can Lourdes never play in the outfield again?
And Pavin.
Yeah, and Pavin.
I don't really want Pavin in the outfield.
Just bring Jake back. We're ready.
You're not wrong.
Can Jake play center?
How about some offense?
That's a big one.
Oh.
I feel like he could play center.
Sorry, I'll text it. I thought you were from here.
He's pretty good defensively, Jake.
I mean, he's got to be better than Corbin, right? In center, like if you were to send Alec down and bring Jake back up,
no, Corbin's the center
I
fielder.
don't really like Corbin in center.
Corbin's great defensively.
I mean, I feel like it seems like he's playing a little hesitant in center yesterday, or was it yesterday? It was in center. Was it 2 days ago?
Who are you talking about?
Corbin.
Yesterday.
Because you also don't really like Corbin in center, right?
Well, no. I mean, I don't know if it wasn't There was one play that maybe I'm giving him too much credit just because he got there and he missed it, but there was another play where the ball like kind of hit him in the glove and he dropped it. And I don't know. Again, that's kind of what I'm saying with
probably
Alec.
Just spoiled.
Yeah, with Alec Thomas, especially. Alec Thomas is just such a stellar center fielder that you don't really see him make a lot of those mistakes. Even if it's not an error, even if it's not something that anybody could have really gotten to, Thomas seems to be able to get to it. And again, it's like Christian Walker. Christian Walker's ability to stretch and get bad throws and get outs at first base. He's just incredible.
And speaking of Corbin, or Ketel has been so good defensively at second this year.
Yes. Yeah, he really is.
Altair's giving you some love in the hoodie.
Thank you. I love it too. The only thing I don't like about Nike hoodies is they don't have like the elastic on the bottom, the tight bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like when it like kind of
cinches a little bit.
Yeah, cinches up a little bit. These are kind of whatever. But
ooh, Ketel going hot pink today on the accessories.
Let's go. I'm fucking with it.
Is that the color? He's all over the place. He's got the. Okay, see, this is what I don't like though. Like if you're gonna go colors, that's fine by me, but it's got to be organized because he's got the red like protectors, but then he's going teal or he's going like baby blue and pink on his gloves and cleats.
Sometimes you don't have all of the stuff.
You got to have all the stuff.
Sometimes you don't.
Then go black. Get black stuff so you can put it.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the best answer.
Like the red versus the pink and blue doesn't work. And he's wearing the pink belt too. He's wearing the pink and blue belt. Like it seems like he put so much thought into it, and then was just like, I forgot to get a elbow guard.
I'm with you, but I just don't think that we can tell Ketel how to swag. I think that's kind of like he knows how to
I'll
swag.
tell Ketel how to swag.
No, he knows how to swag.
He clearly doesn't. This is not swag. This is not a good look.
It's swag because it's swag.
Yeah,
it's Ketel.
I disagree. He makes it swag.
I disagree.
No,
the red versus the pink doesn't work.
John's a hater.
I'm not a hater because I love Ketel, and he usually is better than this. I hold him to a high standard.
It feels a little haterish, is what I feel.
No,
like.
I am Ketel's biggest supporter, especially when it comes to swag. I was just talking about how much I love the swag, but if you're gonna swag out, you got to swag out.
It starts.
Have we talked about the home run snake and your thoughts on the home run snake?
Disappointed it's not a real snake. It just is like I feel like some of these teams have gotten a little lazy with it.
Yeah,
like they just are like, here's a stuffed animal, or here's a hat. Like let's be a little more creative.
Yeah,
I mean, like a stuffed snake.
You wanted a live snake. You want like a snake wrangler.
Yes, a live snake would have been dope.
Hang out in the dugout at all times.
Just someone get a pet snake, bring it.
So
Lourdes gives me big pet snake vibes.
So you're
Can I just
suggesting
say
that a player would now need to take on the responsibility of housing, feeding, and caring for said.
Yeah, you're telling me Lourdes Gurriel doesn't seem like he would have a giant yellow boa constrictor.
Yeah, but he also has small children, and I feel like that's a hazard to have small children around a boa constrictor. That's just
people calling me a hater. I feel like I'm not being a hater. I feel like I am holding.
She said you sound like a judge on Project Runway, and to be fair, that's exactly what you sound like.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm not out here doing that for everybody. Like I'm not sitting here critiquing Corbin's drip.
No,
Corbin's not a drip guy.
And you were very complimentary of my hair and hat combo today, so I appreciate that.
I call it how I see it.
You made me feel good. I
don't hate. I just am honest. I mean, I do hate, but in this situation, I wasn't.
Yeah. I don't like how often the Diamondbacks make starting pitchers look good. I mean, in this case, it's not like Cabrera looks like an all-star or anything against him, but I feel like they've just made him look entirely too solid so far in 4 innings.
Yeah, I mean, Luzardo yesterday looked amazing.
This needs to be the breakout.
Yeah, I would not mind a little. Let's just get on base here. Let C-Walk tie the game. I need a reason to do finger guns.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Well, that was just a bit outside.
I just want to sing the Christian Walker song.
Walker.
No, we figured out a new lyrics. It goes Walker, 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 single, double, triple, Walker.
Okay.
He hits dingers. Christian Walker having a day at Chase Field.
Love it.
He smashes balls.
Dude, speaking of smashing balls, that was a Biam. As I tweeted out, there were quite literally families enjoying moderately priced American meals.
Do I have to get
I don't want to be that guy, but does Christian Walker hit triples?
That's what I was thinking too, but I wasn't going to be that guy. That was my addition.
I mean,
does he have any career?
Single, double, homer, because he does.
How about single, double, homer, Walker?
Single, double, 3-run homer. I don't know. Just to get the 3 in there.
Just putting that out there.
I don't like you guys.
I mean,
really splitting hairs on
I wasn't going to say anything.
I mean,
So don't look at me. What?
Albert is offering up the fact that his cousin is roommates with a guy.
That is the most I got a snake guy.
My cousin is roommates with a guy who sells snakes. I could maybe get the team a deal. What kind of snakes are we talking about,
You can't be roommates
Albert?
with a guy who sells snakes.
Yeah,
that's the last guy you can be roommates with.
That sounds like an absolute.
That sounds like he keeps the snakes in the house.
Yeah, that's a good point. Christian Walker has 5 career triples, so it works.
All right.
He hasn't had one since. Oh, he hasn't had one this year. He had 2 last year for a career high.
I was really hoping he was going to hit one right there just to make you feel foolish.
A triple, that would have been awesome. I wouldn't feel foolish again. I'm not hating. I'm saying that he does hit triples.
All right, I need to give Gurriel some.
Just a run.
Yeah, just a run. Just bring one in.
Just a little single to. I mean, you get this to the gap. Corbin's got first at home speed.
Another double.
A little double to the gap. He's been seeing the
Score
ball.
2.
Oh, it's only 2 for 6. Oh, that's the series. Oh, Albert doesn't live with the roommate. His cousin is roommates with him. That is the most absurd. Like, my cousin lives with a guy. I know a guy who knows a guy who can get you a snake. I fucking love that, Albert. They live in Texas. Don't ask questions.
All right.
Gurriel's sleeve is sick.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Just a bit inside.
And he went light blued out, and I can respect that with the teal look.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's a good look. With like the teal accent,
You know,
teal accessories, beautiful.
Jeff Bannister was wearing teal Jordans the other day with his uni, and it looked incredible.
The Washington Nationals have to wear their City Connect on Mother's Day, right? Think about how hard that jersey will look. Because like when they pull out like the painted blue hats.
Yeah.
Gotta wear the. I don't know why I thought about that, but
I don't. They said this is a Mother's Day hat. I don't know if they're gonna wear this on field, but this one is incredible.
If that's this year's, that is so hard.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
I love the side patch.
Pink. Yeah, the side patch is fantastic. Yeah, let's keep up on that.
Hey,
we got bases loaded. And
put your damn thing away
before
you ruin this for everybody.
Preview from the future. There's another ball coming soon.
You can use said Anthony Totri over here, maybe.
Hey, yeah, did they go on a walk?
Did they go on a walk?
Where's Anthony Totri?
They do the cousins walk from Thanksgiving?
No, not that kind of walk.
Oh,
just a convenience store run.
Oh, yeah.
That's for after work. The cousin walk is for after work.
Gotcha.
We really could use him in his spot right now, though.
I fucking need him.
He said he was going to do it when the day came back up, and he's gone.
I'm not.
Oh, my God.
You think he's going to walk in a run here, guys?
Let's do it, yeah.
Pavin's got a great eye.
Hey.
Pavin's the guy to do it against.
Derek does not have the thing up, so he's not going to spoil it for everybody.
I will not spoil it this time.
I'll looking for the Gurriel Jr. as a player, as a jersey. Well, while you're here, you could get one at the store. They customize jerseys, I believe, at the D-Bucks store, so you could always get. You can get a Gurriel jersey here. I'm pretty sure the stadium, because they're going on a road trip, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the store stays open though while they're.
Let me ask you a question. As a manager, do you bench anybody that swings at this point against the guy that cannot hit the strike zone?
On this team, yes. Like, I mean, maybe if.
That's not even a fucking strike. Get out of here,
Are
Blue.
you shitting me?
You just bailed him
An
out.
absolute bailout. Oh, my God.
4. He ain't going to hit it again. Pavin, leave the bat on your shoulder.
He still hasn't thrown a strike.
Yeah, he still hasn't thrown a strike. I don't care.
There we go.
Oh, man, that ain't even close. Let's go.
That one a strike 2, Blue?
3-1.
He's rattled.
He is rattled. Ball 6. That's one of my favorite baseball traditions ever in Texas A&M college baseball.
Yeah, that goes so hard. Right. When the whole crowd's doing it, and there's like 20,000 people doing it, it's so electric.
And intimidating. Yeah. That shit.
Totri, we need you. We're in spot. The base is loaded, 1 out for the D-backs. They have a chance to take the lead.
Please.
Totri is Feet planted firmly in his magical spot.
There you go.
With Geraldo Perdomo. He doesn't have it up.
I don't have it up. I just got
it. Oh, Geraldo. Yeah, you do have to take it? Oh. Oh! Hey! That's right. You definitely got to take it.
Let's go.
Totri gets to his spot. First pitch, balk. First pitch, balk.
Are you not entertained, Totri?
Are you not entertained? Risk King Geraldo Perdomo doing nothing. It's still getting him.
Do? Oh, he didn't. Oh, he didn't come to it. What? He didn't come to a stop.
Set? Wait, so Derek, does that still count as a strike?
No.
Hey.
Yeah, because he called it technically before.
There it is.
Let's go, Dan Bellino.
Oh, Dan Bellino.
Dan Bellino.
That's the Mad Bum dude, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's the hand holder.
Dude, that video is still to this day, one of the craziest days I've ever seen in professional sports.
It absolutely is.
I watched it like a couple days ago.
I've never seen an umpire look someone in the eyes and be like, "Fight me." That's
dude,
that's exactly what he wanted.
And it's like Madison Bumgarner being like, "I will fuck you up" is the funniest thing ever because it's like, Madison Bumgarner was fully prepared to throw his career away and just beat the shit out of an MLB umpire, and I do not doubt for a second he would have destroyed him.
Wouldn't that have been a better way to go out?
Yes. Oh,
than just getting DFA'd?
Yes. Are you shitting me? Take your 30-day jail sentence if you have to.
You leave with your dignity.
Yeah, for real.
At the end of the day.
And the respect of the entire league. Dude, this guy can't. Who's 8? Who's batting 8?
Alec.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then Jose Herrera after.
Can I bet on a
double
play to the right side of the field?
A soft ground out to the right side.
Yeah.
Unless Geraldo wants to just go oppo right here, clear the bases.
Yeah, that would be great. Oh, guys.
You suck. I don't know what's about to happen, but you suck.
The worst.
I was like, God damn.
I'm from the future.
You suck so much, Derek.
He is a risk king for a reason, isn't he?
Oh, fuck off, Derek. You suck.
I'm just saying.
You suck. You have just become my least favorite person to ever watch. I have never.
You know what I love? I love Totri because Totri being here has provided nothing but good things happening. And there we go, baby.
You suck, Derek.
I know.
Yeah, but I love Jerry.
I know. You gotta love Jerry.
Of course you love Jerry.
You got Thomas and Jerry.
Hey. Anthony Totri's got magic.
He does.
Tostradamus has died, but
I can't explain it.
Genie Totri lives. Genie Totri is forever.
All hail Genie Totri.
The difference, the combination of Risp King, Geraldo Perdomo, and Anthony Totri standing in his spot during a D-backs game is unstoppable.
It literally is unstoppable.
Literally World Series-esque combination.
For Alec.
Rumor has it that Anthony Totri was standing in that spot in October of 2011. Max, relax. You careful. I said October.
Of 2011.
Oh, of 2001. But I meant to say, yeah, 2001. You were standing in that spot in 2001. You suck, Derek. You didn't need to do that. You could have kept your mouth shut, and you had to ruin it for everybody.
I mean, it's not a movie I'm spoiling.
It's worse.
We're behind everybody watching us right now.
It is worse than a movie because a movie, at least it's been predetermined. Like, you know what happened even before you see the movie. The outcome has been determined.
I also know what happened.
God damn it. The worst.
Yeah, this is like being at the movie with the guy that's like, "Hey, watch this part. You're gonna love this."
Yeah.
You're like, shut up. I know. I'm having a good time. Leave me alone.
I was hoping you were just fucking with. Well, I didn't want this to happen, but I was hoping you were just fucking with us, and Geraldo Perdomo was just gonna like ground out to the third baseman or something like that.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to you.
Oh, thank you.
I like how Jesse and I both tweeted out the exact same image. But basically the exact same. When you talk about it, spending too much time together, Jesse Friedman and I spent entirely too much time together. We literally sent out the exact same tweet.
It's so good.
He just added a little bit more to it because, of course, he's Jesse. But yeah, anyway, good job, Jesse. See you soon. Sean has to leave us, by the way.
I do shortly.
But Totri also has to leave us, which is more of a concern.
Yeah.
No offense to you.
No. 100%.
I'm not saying like I'm going to
100%.
miss you more. I'm just saying he's more crucial.
Yeah,
I
mean,
appreciate
they were
that.
losing while I was sitting here. They didn't start. They didn't get they didn't tie it until Totri got it.
It's just frustrating. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Like, I don't ask a lot from these guys, but I ask them to just stand in a spot for a 3-hour baseball game. There he is again.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, Jacob making a good point, though.
What's that?
Totri really has some magic if Alec Thomas does something other than ground into a double play here.
That's a valid point. Is Okurt's a lefty? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a soft ground out to the first baseman. Probably for a double play.
He didn't even look like he doesn't look like he believes in himself.
They talked about that with Jake. They said that Jake, it's not that not believing in himself, but it was like he wasn't aggressively going after pitches and trying to hit them. He was just kind of in that second.
Hoping something happens?
No, that second defensive swing where you're just kind of fouling them off.
Yeah.
You're just trying to protect the zone.
Yeah.
They look amazing, right? And that is nothing like what they look like when you get them from there. But anyway.
Mm-hmm. The worst part about Taco Bell is that it's you just. I just wish tacos were better. You could eat tacos while driving easily.
Albert in the comments says Sun's new media deal just got voided in court.
Oh,
interesting. That's going to be something to follow up on for sure. That kind of sucks because I didn't think it was really going to impact the Diamondbacks. I didn't think at the end of the day the Diamondbacks were going to join them on Arizona Family, but I was wondering how that might factor into the Diamondbacks situation with Bally Sports.
Alec.
You said it, and you made me do that. You expect me to not do it?
He just looks like he doesn't see lefties, like see the ball at all.
Derek.
Out of the hand.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know.
It's fine.
Okay.
Defensive indifference? Is that what that is? I don't feel like that.
Hey, he can't He can't get into a
Can't
double play now.
No
Let's
double
go.
play. No double play. No double play.
He's still gonna find a way.
He'll hit it right to the third baseman.
I'd literally cry myself to sleep if he hit into a double play here.
Nope.
Get fucked.
Nope.
He's got speed for days.
Nope. Oh, gets a run in though. Gets a run in. Let's go, Totri.
Totri's got magic.
Is
Alec Thomas pissed?
He's wearing socks with sandals.
Yeah, he looked like he was saying
why
something.
is there always something that
Yeah.
I want to mock you about? But I'm not going to.
Does the first baseman slip his foot back on the bag? Because if he does, we got to fight.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, we got to fight.
Oh.
Hey, Merrill, get out there and throw at him.
Oh.
I want a bench clearing brawl.
Oh.
Is he playing first?
Arise.
He was not happy, Alec, when he got up there.
Yeah.
What are you fucking doing? Like, what the hell?
Arias doesn't normally play first, does he?
I don't believe so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. That. I'm not gonna hate on Arias as much because I don't think he's a natural first baseman. But still, throw at him. I want to see. I want this to be like a full blown rivalry. Like I want it to be, for no reason, Arizona and Miami just beef every year.
Yeah, it feels like it. And it's all over the Zach Gallen, Jazz Chisholm trade,
Yeah.
but it should just be over more.
Who's due up for the Marlins?
Let's see. It doesn't.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't say. I think it's Burdick.
Burdick. Yeah, Burdick is next.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Joey,
is
Joey
not.
Wendell made the last out in the fourth.
I have a bone to pick with catcher's indifference. I think it's a dumb statistical rule. I don't understand. You stole the base. If they don't throw down, that doesn't matter to me.
You are not going
stole
to
the base.
any argument.
I think catcher's indifference is dumb.
Yeah.
Perdomo got the steal because they weren't paying attention. It should be a steal. Was it?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Is.
Okay. I sometimes I don't understand why they call it. Why they don't.
Defensive indifference. I don't know.
I mean, they were clearly indifferent on that steal.
Yeah.
I hear you yelling. It's still 3-0. What happened?
Nope, it's 4-3 now.
I know.
Yeah, I know. They came through.
It's a party over here.
Yeah. Everyone's invited.
It's Jose Herrera. I mean,
That's fine. That's a big inning.
They still. Let's go,
got some
Totri.
magic.
Let's go, Totri. Give me some of that magic before you go.
Jacob, do you want to come?
All right. I need to.
Okay.
Wait, calling in the lefty.
Soon.
Hold on.
Soon.
Get him warmed up. Get him warmed up in the bullpen.
That was fun. We just had a woman from that works across the hall from us. I ran into her in the elevator one time.
That's Linda, right?
Think so?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I ran into her in the elevator one time, and she was following the game, and she asked about it. I was like, "You can come over anytime. We're probably watching it."
That's right.
And she did. It's a party over here. And more furniture.
She is not in the passive-aggressive suite situation next door to us.
No. She's not part of the money laundering. That is former Mayor former Temporary Mayor Neil Giuliani.
I've been mostly focusing on the passive-aggressive Post-it notes.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Between them and FedEx. Because they'll say to leave it somewhere, and then FedEx was like they didn't want to accept it, and then there's another note. So there's like this whole conversation going on. Text-wise, but through Post-it notes.
And the craziest part is I've never seen anyone leave a message. I've never seen anyone there to even be.
I've hardly ever seen a human being in that suite the entire time that we've been here. But
I'm not usually one to take this side, but I'm so team FedEx in this situation. It's not even funny.
FedEx has a job to do.
100%.
You know what I mean? They have a job to do.
Like screw the corporations, but at the same time,
yeah.
Sometimes someone needs to be at the goddamn office.
Yeah, someone needs to answer the door.
Yeah, 100%. No, because if they leave that package and it gets stolen, then they're gonna have another problem with FedEx. It's not FedEx's fault. I'll text asking, have any of you been playing MLB The Show 23? I'm moving forward with it. I've been spending all of my free time on that game. I love it. Got a Diamond Dynasty team.
I do too.
The Phoenix Heat.
Ooh.
Jerseys go crazy. Logo goes crazy.
I went with the Arizona Calf Fries, copying a bit off of the minor league team, the Sod Poodles.
Yeah.
I've also considered switching over just fully to a Savannah Bananas team.
I respect.
Yeah. Making the pitcher as tall as I possibly can make him.
Of course.
Like 8'3" or something. I don't know. It's a great game, though. I really enjoy it. And my starting pitcher on my team is Cy Young, which is just electric.
Who's mine? I don't remember him. I have a lot of. I do have like a 97 overall Madison Bumgarner on my team, which was hilarious to me.
But he has tremendous control.
Players on my team.
I'm still striving towards my goal to get go through the Negro Leagues.
Yeah, I have all the Negro Leagues players. It's awesome. Tempe Ignition, that goes hard. Tempe Ignition, dude, that's got like travel ball written all over it. Like one of the best travel ball teams in the country, the Tempe Ignition. All right, my relief is coming in.
Thank you so much
for
your time.
Thank you for letting me be here. It's fun. Always fun talking to you,
man. Much like Merrill Kelly might need to be pulled from this game, I'm pulling Sean from this one, and I'm bringing in. Yeah, I know. You
called me a lefty.
No,
but I'm not lefty.
No, I know. I just have this cool lefty sweatshirt, so I just wanted to go lefty. But I understand you're not lefty. What you need to do though is you need to bring some good luck, because Merrill Kelly has not been pitching lately in his last 4 or 5 at bats. 4 or 5 batters.
Never a better time to turn it around then.
Correct. Are you going to yell at me?
I'm too tall for this shot.
Yeah.
Let's get down a little bit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, when I sit back in the chair, my feet kind of dangle off of it, and that makes me kind of feel little. Are you going to yell at me for looking at the future, by the way, like Sean has? I just want to
spoil things for me.
Okay, I'll just keep it to myself. But I'm very emotional. I do wear my emotions on my sleeve, so it's going to be hard for me.
I'm in the shot. We're good.
Yeah, everybody's here.
Yeah, I'm all good.
Faj is here, Elizabeth. Yes. Was that a technical foul on Faj?
I don't know.
Oh, you guys, you're watching another sport.
Are they watching soccer?
I think so. It could be. I don't know. The Tempe Ignition, that goes hard, by the way.
For them.
I'll text.
Max didn't like my statement. Max is a big soccer guy.
Yeah.
You didn't know that, Derek?
I did not. I've not heard that before.
And he watches a lot of soccer.
Really?
He turns off my side TVs all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he tries to turn his soccer on over there, and that TV just miraculously is off.
Yeah. He doesn't get close enough to it, you know?
Yep.
He doesn't know what he's doing. Did you like I went ahead and I've adjusted the picture on these 2 TVs. I wanted to get your feedback on it.
You adjusted the picture?
Yeah, they were a little pixelated.
What did you fit it better or what?
I fit it better. I gave him a little bit of the MPEG noise reduction. I gave him a little bit. Oof. Single by Garrett Hampson scores and ties the game now.
Bummer.
Here at 1. Totri is doing a show, but Totri, can you do the ASU podcast later and come stand here for the rest of the game? I think they should just do the ASU podcast from over here, if I'm being honest.
From over here?
Yeah.
Just have 2 shows going on in the chairs at the same time?
It's fine. We can comment on each other's stuff. I could jump in with the ASU stuff. I don't know a lot about what's going on with them, but
I started this conversation with Sean the other day. Is Jazz Chisholm Jr. bad?
He's overrated. Does that make sense?
Sure.
He's not as.
I mean, getting the cover was wild to me.
Correct. He's still an exciting young player. Getting the cover of any sports, like, it's hard, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to be reactive anymore because they've had a lot of athletes that their careers literally ended after appearing on the cover of one of the sports games. So then they wanted to kind of maybe gear it towards a little bit more safer bet. Madden, I think, had like literally 2 fans on the cover of one of their editions of Madden in jerseys for their favorite teams. Yeah, I think so. Like, it's kind of wild how the whole curse thing actually becomes a real thought process. But I think they were just projecting Jazz to be like the next big thing in baseball. And I mean,
but even then, he had only played how many games? He didn't play many games last year.
Yeah,
he's got a decent. Does he have a decent eye? Because he's got like a strikeout every. He's got like 50 strikeouts and 170 at bats.
I guess the bigger question is, how did he kind of become the talk of baseball? Like, is it just his?
Well, because he had a blistering start last year,
right? And then people remember that, they kind of hold on to it. He's an exciting player, so he makes that impression, leaves that impression on you.
The swag helps.
The swag helps.
And
sure.
Jazz, having the name Jazz.
Yeah, Jazz definitely has a lot of swag.
Yeah, like and just having such a recognizable name where every time you hear Jazz Chisholm across sports, like, you know who you're talking about.
I'll give you that.
Well, and honestly, there is that incredible introduction to MLB The Show this year where they talk about that baseball, literally, there was a jazz ball, and the jazz ball is the reason why the Jazz is called Jazz. Not him, but the music Jazz, right?
Yeah.
Like, so, like, there's a tie-in there that's really cool, and I like that. Jazz is I think that's my problem with him. Like, obviously there's the connection. That ball, according to Sean, landed up on like the awning of like Gonzo's chicken tender restaurant over there.
Ridiculous.
It's so absurd.
I mean, so what's the longest home run you've seen at Chase Field?
There was a home. I don't want to talk about this.
Not batting practice, but
no, during a game. I think it was a Jock Peterson home run from the Los Angeles Dodgers. I was walking the concourse, and the ball hit a woman in the a mobile cart who was in the section. I'm just saying it happened right in front of me, and it went so far that it just, like, to me, it seemed unbelievable that the ball came in that far. So I can only imagine those fans' reaction to it coming their way, because you just don't expect something to come
it's
that
terrifying.
Far. It's
terrifying.
Like,
for the people that catch home runs, I am always like, there's a reason that we should clap for people when they catch a ball.
Oh yeah,
in the stands, because those suckers are cooking.
Yeah, especially foul balls, because they're spinning, they're going backwards. You don't really know how they're going to bounce or what they're going to do. There's a lot there that isn't great about it. It's kind of like what I've told people about, like, the balls coming up into the press box. They raised the netting up, so the netting is higher than it used to be at one point when I used to sit in the press box. So now the only balls that actually get into the press box are coming backwards with a tremendous amount of velocity, a lot of spin. They have to kind of clear the net, but still kind of arc into the press box. And then when they do, once they touch anything, it bounces around and goes crazy like a ping pong ball in there.
Yeah.
One of them almost hit our friend Jack Summers just recently, and there was a giant dent in the wall, right next to where his head currently lines up.
Some of those come hot. I was operating center field camera one day for the in-house broadcast, and I wasn't really paying attention, and a ball was like launched to center field during, it might have been batting. No, it was definitely during the game. I can't remember who hit it, but straight up, like I turned my head at the last second, and the ball was like right here. And there's a video of me literally just going, whew, as the ball flies by my head and almost just getting beamed. It would have been hilarious, and it would have been fully on camera.
Merrill Kelly
sounds
gets
painful.
Jorge Soler.
It probably would have hurt.
Yeah, I don't think it sounds so hilarious.
Yeah, but people would have laughed at me.
People would have laughed, but that wouldn't have been very nice of them.
No, I probably would have had to go to like the hospital.
Yeah, or at least gotten a quick checkup.
Make sure I wasn't concussed.
Yeah.
One thing that's again kind of frightening from the press box is when a ball goes into the crowd and you can't really see what happened because maybe it came in like so close that you can't like look over the edge and see below. But the reaction to people in the crowd sometimes, like, because you know they're all smiles when someone caught it, and you'll hear the roar of the crowd. But sometimes there's just this collective like, oh, like, and you're just like, oh my God, what happened? I can't see. And then you kind of are looking at the faces of the people around them and seeing how bad their reactions are because you can't see what actually happened.
I'm gonna find this. I might have it still.
This is tremendous. We need to show this on the show.
Where did I save this video?
Arise caught the ball on that play with Alec Thomas without even looking at the ball. He was looking down at his foot. That's pretty incredible. Look at this. He was looking down at his foot and just caught the ball with his left hand.
That's pretty impressive, not going to lie.
That's pretty good instinct.
Especially when it's coming at you probably like 95 miles an hour.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's me as Matt Williams in the Legends race.
How did you do?
I won.
Is it like, pull back the curtain on us? Is it a predetermined results, or are you? Just
depends.
Going all out?
Some of them are straight foot races. I'll give you that. Like some of them are actual legit races.
I get it. Like sometimes if there's a celebrity there and they're doing something with them, or if there is a special holiday and someone's a rabbit for Easter or whatever, whatever. I get that could happen, but I've been curious because sometimes watching the Legends race, it full on looks like a real race. Like nothing funny happened. There were just
they just flat out want to race sometimes
in costume racing.
But like when I was on it, so that game had gone to the Legends race is usually in the 5th inning, 6th inning, 5th, bottom 5, I think.
Something around there.
It could be right after this.
Yeah.
Well, this game had gone like 15 innings.
Okay.
I worked some really long games. It was like an 18-inning game, and they wanted to do another Legends race. But they had sent the Legends racers home because what are you supposed to do? You're just going to keep them there to do nothing for? So they had sent the Legends racers home, and so they recruited a couple. They recruited a couple of us to race, and it was not scripted. But I was wearing shoes like this, like I was wearing like nice kind of dressier shoes.
Yeah.
And they told me to take off early because they thought I wasn't they were worried about me not finishing the race before the inning needed to start again. Because of my shoes. So they told me to start early, but if you watch the video back, it looks like I just completely cheated and took off. So, it doesn't look good on my part, but I did win the race.
It was there, Josh. That was a good pitch.
It was a good pitch.
That was a good pitch. Marte hitting from the other side of the plate now, it would appear. What are your thoughts on
righty Marte?
What are your thoughts on Cattell and his swag?
Cattell's got major swag.
Sean didn't like the
Yeah, Sean is a hater.
Yeah.
Don't let him tell you otherwise.
Okay.
He's pretty much a hater.
Okay. I felt like that. It's like sometimes you're like, I feel this is this.
Don't get me wrong, Sean has some swag, but to hate on a guy like Cattell, who's got
Sedona red is part of their uniform, right? The little red ankle guard and the the
And it's
shin
also
guard
so he was he was bashing on his pink gloves, right?
Yeah, that he went pink
It's
gloves,
Mother's Day
pink.
weekend.
Oh.
So that would
So
probably
what?
be why he's already getting in the spirit.
So are you saying Sean hates mothers? Is what you're saying? Basically,
It's quite possible.
I mean, it feels apparent. Marte walks on 4 straight pitches. Let's go.
Marte likes walking.
Yeah.
Lately, it
Oh.
feels like Marte's eye has been pretty much locked in.
Oh.
I think Marte is back, like back. Thoughts?
Yes, Marte seems to be back. He's got a little bit of his power back. He got a good eye at the plate recently. He's become more patient, which is something that this team collectively feels like they need to do and stop. Oh, Corbin's what?
Are they gonna what?
What?
He was definitely out of the base path.
Yeah.
There's no. I was gonna say there's no way that they're. Yeah.
Dan Bellino's gonna get him for that. Look at Dan Bellino.
Dan Bellino loves.
Dan Bellino hates fun. Oh,
Yeah.
Here comes Torrey.
Can you challenge that?
Can you go
what's the
stroke
argument
Dan
here?
Bellino's hand if he missed the tag, and how far out of the base path?
Well,
did
I'm
he
saying
go?
like would the argument be if he hit a double and he was rounding the base, that was around the same spot that he would be rounding the base at. So how is that out of the baseline?
So
Let's see.
But I think that the baseline is more subjective based on that.
Did he go on the grass? Yes, he went in the grass. He's gone. He's out too. He's too far.
Yeah.
If he would have stayed in the dirt, I would say there was a case.
I mean,
for
Corbin could make it to first base if he like ran to the dugout every time.
Didn't he tag him? Was I wrong? Didn't he get him?
I didn't see him get him.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, that's a bit unfortunate because I fully don't like. Arias is allowed to take up as much of the base pass as he wants.
I don't feel. Do you feel like broadcasts show enough replays? Because I remember, like at one time, I feel like replays were often showed way more than they're showed now. Like he missed that tag so much. Really,
he was not that far out of the base path there.
I hate that.
He was not that far out of the base path
I
there.
don't like it. I also don't like that they said that Corbin Carroll grounds out softly to first baseman. That was a bunt.
It was a bunt.
That was a
He did
sack
indeed bunt.
But he tried to get on base still. And I like it.
I'm gonna find this video for you, Derek.
I can't wait.
Oh, here's me as Abe Lincoln for the Legends race.
That actually makes a lot of sense. I feel like you can't really grow a good mustache. Tall hat looks good on you. And
Is that predetermined, Jacob?
What?
The Legends race?
We just talked about this.
no, don't answer him. If he's not going to listen when we're going to do this
We
show,
just talked about this.
we had a whole conversation about that exact
Yeah, that's
thing
tough.
where I even phrased it that exact
That's
way.
really tough, Damon.
Yeah.
Too bad. I mean, I guess I don't care that much.
Yeah.
I'll rewind it later if I really want to hear it.
I guess you just are good at tuning out the sound of my voice, which you and Jesse and my wife now have something in common. Jesse also doesn't listen to me on this show, so that's fine. I'm used to that. Speaking of Jesse, I instructed him to return at the 5th inning, so hopefully
And
we will
he
see
is indeed
Jesse.
not returned, is what I'm hearing.
No, I think that he might have be maybe still waiting until the inning ends or leaving afterwards. So
I'm really I feel bad because I've been determined to find this video, but I'm not sure I'm going to. Oh, I found it.
there it is. He found it.
It was Christian Walker. He almost hit me in the face. Oh! Watch how close to this ball skips off the home run porch. Watch how close this ball skips to my face.
Oh. Jacob almost died that day.
So the ball skips off the home run porch. Where are we at? Here it is. Here's the ball. You'll see it skip. I almost died.
Did they put you on the broadcast and they're like, "Oh, that's Jacob Franklin over
Yeah, I
there,
mean, I
man,
almost.
in the camera."
Yeah, I was. It was close. That was not good. It was not a good day to be Jacob. I'm glad we filled that time that we were waiting for Torrey to stop arguing with.
Yeah,
that
did.
conversation.
We did a good job.
How about his 10th homer here?
I could have sang the Christian Walker song again. Walker. Oh.
Interfere, Marte.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I don't feel like you gave it the whole effort.
Jumping jacks in front of him when he's about to throw it.
Yeah. Is this a bad game?
Yeah. But it's also a getaway game, a day game at 12:40.
It's true.
Like, they tend to be weird. They tend to have low energy. I mean, this one actually has more scoring than I would expect in a game like this. I think earlier we were talking
They need to
about-
win this game.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's bad to lose because they don't play the Marlins again for the rest of the year, so you don't want to lose both series that you played against the Marlins. You got to go fishing.
I
It's time to
forgot
go
that they
fishing.
lost that first one.
They did. It's one of the only 2 losses, series losses that they have this year. The other one would be San Diego Padres.
It's true. More expected on that end, though.
Correct. However, we did have this penciled in as one of the more difficult series that they would have in this month. So
It's true. Because they still get the Athletics this month.
they get the Athletics. I think they get the Nationals again. They get the Rockies again. They get the Giants coming up after this, which, by the way, join us tomorrow for the takeover on the 11th. We will be out there.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. All my plugs are shameless.
Shameless plug to my wife. It's her birthday today.
Aw. Happy birthday.
She's
Happy
pretty great.
birthday.
She's
pretty
probably not
great.
watching this right now.
Yeah, well, she should.
But she is great.
We should receive the support of our spouses, but sometimes they have better things to do.
Well, like taking care of my child.
I mean, the child should be watching as well, if I'm being honest. I mean, what is she probably watching? Coco Melon? Let's be honest.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Screen time's not allowed for a 3-month-old.
that's very true.
Did you know that they tell you to not put your kid in front of a screen for their first year of life?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. I mean, it's also because, like, they have no idea what, like, there's no reason to. I don't
It's
feel
just
like,
because it adds no benefit.
Right, exactly. I think that it's easy. All of us as parents, like, my daughter slept a lot. So I felt like I was lucky because she just slept a lot. She slept through the night, but then she also slept a lot during the day. So, like, I got time to do stuff. And I think that's sometimes what parents are looking for is just when your baby's that young, you're just looking for some time. I just want to take a nap. I just want to take the trash out to the curb. I just want to, like, pull these weeds really fast and not worry about this tiny life I created getting into peril because I'm not watching him right now.
The
I'm
rolling
watching her
over
right
for
now.
the first time and just not being able to breathe.
Yeah. We're talking about being parents, and we're talking about needing time sometimes. It's like around here. Sometimes we need time, you know? Sometimes you kids around here are a lot. I mean, yeah. Look at this thing I got going
Derek
on
has
at the
purple
top.
hair.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious. Oh.
He's going through his quarter life crisis because Derek's 25, for everybody who doesn't know. I would card you, Derek.
Aw. I haven't been
Would you agree, Damon?
I haven't been carded
You would
in a
card
long
Derek
time.
with purple hair, right?
He absolutely would not. Damon would not. Damon would see me pull my wallet out, and he would give me the polite, no need.
No, you're good.
The little,
We're
yeah,
we're
the
good
little,
here.
the little shrug off.
If Merrill makes this through 6, I'd consider that a win. For the bullpen's sake.
Yeah. Yeah.
His control has not been there today.
No.
Did they over humidor the balls?
They always kind of over humidor the balls.
We
don't
should
they?
just blame every time the D-backs lose. It's because the balls are over humidored.
Humidored?
Yeah, every single time.
I can
That's
see
a
that.
good. That's a good spin zone. We're really the best baseball team of all time.
But they just over humidor our balls.
Sometimes they screw up our baseballs, and there's nothing we can do about it.
I remember one time when I asked to see the humidor so I could write a story on it,
That's
which
a
I
strike.
thought was a completely reasonable request. They proceeded to tell me that for all intents and purposes, as far as I was concerned, the humidor didn't exist. And that was just a really weird.
I think it does exist.
It's a really weird take.
And now I want to do the story on the humidor even more.
Yeah, I
What
know.
are we
But
talking
I-
about?
But I
know.
will say, I have never seen it.
Right.
I've been just about, and I imagine you as well, have been just about everywhere in that ballpark.
Well, I know where it's located.
Okay.
I don't want to give that information out, but I do know where it's located. I just have not.
So it's like
seen
Area 51.
That's
That's a pretty late time call.
That sucked. He was already in his pitch motion. What is happening
Are
right
they calling
now?
a walk? Oh, so it's a strike on a pitch clock violation on Sanchez.
Oh, okay.
And Torrey was about to get himself ejected.
Okay.
He was about to get himself ejected.
He should have.
I like this idea that the humidor is like he who shall not be named. Like
Correct.
you mention it, they go like, just leave it alone. Just don't even.
They're like, you don't need to know.
They wink at you.
There's a level of people who need to know.
They look at you and they say, I think it'd be a lot smarter if you just left this alone. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I like that. Derek, are you one of the people that signed up for the life advice from Andrew Chafin?
Yes, I am.
You are?
I absolutely am. Yes,
Have you gotten anything back yet?
I have not received anything back.
What was
but I
your
did it
question?
the day that shall not be revealed here at this time. But
Why?
That will stay in secrecy until more information comes out about that. I have a bit planned, and it's crucial to keep it secret until then. But
Can you let me know off air?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
That's, I think, one of the best things I've ever seen a team do. Oh, get yourself ejected, Torrey.
Yeah.
I love when Torrey gets ejected. He gets that smolder.
Oh, yeah.
He's a smolderer.
He is a smolderer.
Sit down.
It's like
sit down.
I'm not saying you wouldn't see the appeal in being married to Torrey. He's a handsome guy, but I'm saying when he gets hot, that's when you're like, oh shit, yeah, I want that dude protecting me. You know what I mean? Like, I want that guy caring for me.
What?
It's the strength. It's the strength that's in the. I mean, he was voted what? We talked about this. He's the
Salvatore.
He's the number 3 hottest manager in all of baseball. And
He is.
It's proven by an app, right? You can't argue with science and data.
But the thought of Torrey Lavello protecting Derek Montilla.
Yeah. Like, I'm just saying, getting fired up at a waiter for bringing me the wrong plate. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Like,
is he the one that would tell your waiter that your food was cold?
yeah. Like, he'd be like, why did this guy get... Why are his chicken tenders so small? Why did he get such a small portion? Right? Like, that's
What does this have to do with being small?
what with the portion being small.
Yeah, but like, why is that where your brain went? Small portion. Why is he protecting you from small portions?
Because sometimes you just need somebody to step up for you. You don't want to say the thing.
That's a strike.
That is a strike. That's got him. Shout out to Merrill Kelly for getting us.
I want to see your best ump impression.
Out of my story. What?
Like, I want to see your best ump impression next inning. Like, can you, when he calls balls and strikes, can you?
Oh, I would have a firm strike and ball call. You know, like a firm one, but it would be kind of cool.
Really?
Like,
I think you go
so let's
silent.
hear it.
I think you go silent on balls.
Oh, you're silent?
On
Yeah.
balls, I think you go silent.
Yeah.
I think
just the
strikes,
traditional,
go,
like,
you're right.
but on balls, you give
just
it a nice,
stand up and put your hands on your hips.
just
right?
the traditional
Absolutely.
like
You
this.
just,
Yeah.
No, not even
Oh,
that.
not even
that.
No, you just crouch up.
You just
go,
act like you're not even watching the game anymore. You just stand up and you kind of look to the left and the right a little
Absolutely.
What if the batter goes, hey, was that, where was that?
bit. Outside.
Okay.
Outside.
Okay.
This is what you do. You go, and then you check your.
Yeah, see, Damon gets it. Check your little thing.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
take out your notepad a little bit, write on it,
Absolutely.
put it back in your pocket.
You go from a crouch to a full stand.
Yeah.
You look at your pitch.
Yeah.
Like what the count is.
Yeah.
You click a ball and then you look down again.
Yeah.
You get back into your stance.
Yeah.
Is there guys that have a silent ball,
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
or do you just not hear them?
No, they just don't
I
call
think
it.
they say like 1-0, like or
Yeah.
2-0. Like
yeah,
they'll
because
give
you do have to,
Yeah.
because there has to be some indication for the balls, strikes,
they'll
and
give
outs
you the
person.
count, but they won't say ball.
In stadium, there has to be some sort of instruction for ball, strikes, and outs.
Okay. So what? Can I give you the hand signs?
Yeah,
I don't want to say ball.
because they'll hold up like over their head. I think it's like balls with their left hand and strikes with their right. So
Yeah.
it's the right direction when they hold it up for the.
This has gone off the rails. We're talking about Torey Lovullo protecting Derek
from small portion sizes.
I'm just saying.
and how we would umpire.
He's not protecting me from small portion sizes.
Jesse's just sending
protecting my
tweets
honor.
right now.
Is he in the locker room? I didn't think that this was.
No.
Oh, he's just sending tweets.
Just old videos.
Oh, Jesse's broken again. Somebody unplug Jesse and plug him back in.
Is Jesse a robot?
Robots don't give you this much sass yet. The AI technology isn't there yet for the sassiness.
That's fair.
But
what if Jesse's like advanced AI?
I would believe it. There's just still a lot of flaws there in that idea. He does keep his private life very secretive. Yeah, I would not be surprised to understand that he just plugged into a wall and charged.
Didn't we say the other day that you have other Jessies in a lab growing?
No, that was other Zach Gallons. But yes, I do have. Well, yes.
You wait. How long until those are ready?
Oh, the formula still isn't perfected yet. They're a little wonky.
I was gonna say. So some of them just don't have the flow.
Yeah, they just come out and they're like, "I'm Zach with a K," and you're like, "Oh, you're obviously wrong." So,
Jesse, I tune in and we are talking about what?
You should be here. What do you mean you tune in? Get your ass to the office, Jesse. What is happening? Yeah, I do have other Jessies though in the works.
That's a strike. Yeah, that's a great pitch.
That was.
You got to give me your best umpire impression. I need to see it.
Hi.
Oh, that's your strike 3. That's quick and to the point.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. I don't feel like I need to risk a rotator cuff or anything. I don't know about the pool.
Yeah, what is the indication of the what do they do that for? When did that start? Like what started the whole?
Yeah.
The slingshot is everything.
No,
like why do they do it?
It just looks so sick.
It's such a power
you're
move.
The show.
And I'm giving
you're
the point.
The show.
Who's the
point for the strikes? I'm high.
Who's the ump that it's like? Who's the ump that he like turns and he's like, ah?
Yeah.
Who is that one?
I don't know.
But that's a great one. That's a great one.
Yeah.
That's intimidating as heck.
When they were playing the Kaiwoom Heroes, I came to find out that Korean umpires are just superior. They're just better at being umpires. Their calls are better.
They're probably showmen.
They are absolutely showmen.
Does anyone know this answer for Albert? He's wondering if the shirts for the season pass have been mailed yet.
I'm not the person to ask.
No, but I will follow up on that for you. I think I can follow up with Mitchell about that. So I do not know. Hold on. Let me take a look.
We might be able to find out
I'll do it
during
live.
this broadcast.
We'll do it live. We're doing it live right
Show you how fast we work, everybody. You won't find this type of customer service anywhere.
No.
Isn't that right, Max?
Where else can you live tune in and find out when your shirts are being shipped?
Yeah.
I'm going to take care of this for you right now.
And Marcus, yes, I'm okay if the Marlins want to give us any sort of pitching, because the last time they gave us a pitcher, his name was Zach Gallen.
My God.
So, can you believe that? Let's just go back. Can you believe
never
that
let
trade
the St.
for
Louis Cardinals forget.
I was gonna say, can we believe that trade for St. Louis?
No.
Marcelo Zuna for Zach Gallen and
Unreal.
Sandy
Sandy
Alcantara.
It's unreal.
And other pieces. That they weren't the only pieces of that.
I know.
Also.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Risp King, Geraldo Perdomo.
With he's not in.
No, but I do like hitting.
Risk.
I do
He's
like
not a
him
risk.
hitting righty right now.
This is a completely off the rails talk because it's never going to happen. But it was mentioned on the show the other day, Jacob, and I'm wondering your thoughts on it. It was brought up somehow we get Alcantara and we have to trade Drew Jones, and Derek was disgusted. And I'm like, I don't know.
That's because Derek is extremely high on Drew Jones and not high on Jordan Lawler, if I'm not mistaken.
I still don't believe in Jordan Lawler's defense, but I still think that's something that's going to be worked out.
I would do anything for a Cy Young level pitcher. Take all the prospects.
How old is he? 24, 25? 27? I don't know how old Alcantara is. It would depend. It would depend on how many years of control. Now that I could get by Lawler and one of our many outfielders for one of their pitchers. I could see that being the case.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't firmly believe in Lawler, and we do have, I believe,
Alcantara's 27.
Yeah.
I know he's on the 60-day IL right now.
And how many contract Blaze is on the 60-day IL?
Blaze is on the 60-day
That's
IL,
a bummer.
yeah, but Blaze Alexander is an incredible
Is
talent.
Blake Walston him?
Don't know that yet. I'm not ready to call.
I mean, that's some high draft capital.
I'm not
they
ready
used.
to call any minor league pitcher him yet.
That's fair.
You just got to prove it at a major league level before you can make that call.
Pitching is one of the weirdest things to evaluate.
Yeah.
I believe Alcantara has 4 more years of control at about like $10 million, $11, $12 million per year.
I don't hate it. And I know so another name that I'd like to float out there for some people that I like. There's somebody that I know who isn't pitching well right now. However, I would be extremely interested in trying to add him to the rotation, and that is Dylan Cease.
Oh yeah, yeah. Why not?
If the White Sox continue down the path that they're on.
Let's take everything from the White Sox. Jose Ruiz, don't bring his name up to White Sox fans right now.
Jose Ruiz
and his
looks legit. So yeah, Dylan Cease really, really intrigues me actually.
Yeah, I like that.
The Dodgers indeed won 8-1 against the Brewers today.
Good luck. Okay.
Will Smith is still mid for anybody who wonders. He's hitting 325.
Who asked? Albert asked. Albert, we are
He's
getting
the best
an answer
catcher in
for you.
baseball.
Huh?
He's the best catcher in baseball.
Ooh, probably not. He's defensively atrocious.
No, yeah, no, I guess hitting is valued way more than defense. Catchers are pretty important.
Yeah, but if you talk about a hitter that can also play defense, Gabby Moreno.
I think you might be the only man in America that would take Gabby Moreno over Will Smith right now.
I don't know if that's the case. Gabby Moreno has a pedigree.
He's very good. I just think Will Smith is hitting cleanup for the Dodgers, and they're the Dodgers.
I don't know. I don't know about that, Jacob. I don't know if I'm on board with you right now. I want to be.
If Gabby Moreno is hitting 325, I'd be.
Gabby Moreno's legit hitting 320.
Yeah, but not 325.
It's that extra 5.
Yeah, it's the extra 5. And guess who
5
defensively has thrown out a buttload of runners?
Buttload.
Yeah, buttload. I said it.
He's hitting 315 right now. Dominic Fletcher's hitting 370 in a very small sample size.
Fletcher is...
Emmanuel Rivera is hitting 370.
Very, very good.
I probably would have pinch hit him there.
Yeah, right now Cease is 2-2 with a 5.6. However, Cease was a Cy Young, so
Fletcher is coming in to replace.
He's also 27.
Longoria, and will be playing center field. And Merrill Kelly's day is now done. Kyle Nelson is coming in the game. Merrill Kelly, 6 innings, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts.
Marcus and I are on the same page here.
What is that?
Just talking about Cease, and he said that apparently there's a lefty in Detroit. Who's the lefty? What's his name? I need details.
Yeah, he wants to stalk these people.
Did he pitch today?
I don't know who you're talking about, so I can't help you out there.
Although maybe. Oh, Eduardo Rodriguez. He is 4-2 with a 1.57 and a .79 whip.
Michael says one day after Evan Longoria was our king snake. Why is Evan Longoria still on the roster?
It is. I mean, with the way Emmanuel Rivera has been hitting, it is a legit question.
Guys are so. You are all so finicky.
I'm also just not a Nick Ahmed fan, but you know this.
We were not talking about Nick Ahmed at any point. At no point right now where we were.
I just feel like it needed to be stated.
I know, but it was just such a wild thing out of nowhere.
That's true hater level. When
you just casually bring him up in conversation without him even being mentioned.
By the way,
speaking of which,
I agree though.
Nick sucks.
He's probably lost his 2 games with 2 errors this year alone, which is not great from your shortstop, who's a former Gold Glove winner.
I don't know if he lost those 2 games.
Oh, I was at that.
He did lose one.
I was at that Padres game.
I mean, they couldn't score, so that's part of it. But the 2 runs that scored because of the error really hurt. At this point, I'm such a firm Jerry believer that I think Nick Ahmed plays a role, but I don't think he should be playing as much as Jerry.
Meanwhile, Joey Wendell still gets to play baseball. Do you want to guess what Joey Wendell's hitting?
Joey Wendell.
Do you want to guess what Joey Wendell's hitting?
056, but now it's 052.
Oh, you're cheating.
They literally just showed it on the screen, Derek.
It's 053. That's not fun. You weren't supposed to be paying attention to that.
Was Sean really crapping on Corbin Carroll's defense earlier?
Was Sean?
Yeah.
No, I believe I was.
Why?
Because he was bad last night. He wasn't making good plays in center field.
Okay, last night, sure.
Yeah.
But defensively, he was touted as very, very good his entire time in the minor leagues.
I wasn't questioning his
arm
entire
is horrible,
defense
Jacob.
as a whole.
He has no arm.
His arm is horrendous. It might
But
be the worst in
center
baseball.
field, like, you need a good arm in right field.
Yeah, it'd be ideal to have a good arm everywhere, but he can get away with it because he's so fast. But his arm is really
bad.
Yes. for especially for what.
But
they
Alec
graded his
Thomas
arm
isn't.
at.
I mean, he's got a decent arm, but he doesn't have a cannon of an arm.
No, but I've seen Alec Thomas doesn't 3-hop it from left field to third base. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. Unfortunately, I do know.
Derek doesn't want to know.
Yeah, I don't. I want to ignore it, but.
Michael's out here just bringing up Nick Ahmed's arm right now.
Don't encourage him, Michael. Oh, and here comes Elise too. This is just becoming.
Ooh, sorry, Derek. I completely started a Nick Ahmed haters club.
I'm not saying I wasn't. I was just saying it was impressive.
It is insane that this man is the longest tenured Diamondback in the history of the organization. How does that happen? Unreal. And this is how we talk about him. There's no other team across baseball
what's his career batting average?
You could get the longest tenured player in the history of the organization, and all the fans are like, yeah, we'd be fine maybe getting rid of that guy.
I didn't even mean to look over someone's shoulder last night, but literally I just was like looking over the shoulder of the guy in front of me, and he got a text message that said, why is Nick Ahmed still on this team? His career slash line is 236, 289, 380 with a 670 OPS.
And from your short,
he's technically hitting above average of his own average right now.
In today's league, you need production from a shortstop. Like, you need offensive production from your shortstop position. Second base offensive
it's almost
production
like not getting
is
power out of your first baseman, right?
Right. Like, you need offensive production out of your shortstop. You need him to be somewhere in the realm of maybe your 4-hitter, maybe your 2-hitter.
They needed that.
I love Josh Rojas.
They just needed to keep Burdick where he was at and get that second out, so now they can't tag up and score here.
Albert, I think, sums it up perfectly. Too good to let go, too bad to be poached. Mid.
Yeah. That's
and they're just not going to send a guy who's making $11 million a year down.
That's the story of my life right there.
You also can't.
That's how I kept a job at the bank for 17 years.
That's one of my favorite questions. People are like, why don't they just send so-and-so down? And it's like, well, because they've been on a big league roster for 10 years and they have no options.
That's not how options work. Though I wish it was. I wish you could just like send Justin Verlander down because he was struggling. That's low-key hilarious.
When was Justin Verlander struggling?
No, I was just giving that.
I was like, of all the people that you could have picked.
It was a hope.
How did his second start
You
go?
could have picked like Mad Bum.
I know, but I didn't want to.
I don't know how his second start went. All I know is he gave up the back-to-back homers in his first start, but that's all he gave up.
Oh, okay, yeah, he got rocked in the first inning there.
Yeah.
I guess I don't think he has.
Michael says, "Can we make watch-alongs a daily thing?" I think Derek would say no.
No, I have to. I've been having to. I need to use the restroom and
just go. Damon and I got this.
I've been holding it for
go
at least 4.5 innings.
Go to the restroom now.
All right, fine.
Damon, join me.
Jacob, what you said about Rojas, like I will riot if he's not on this team in the future.
It's just hard not to root for a local kid.
Yeah, and he's also just such a fun player. And
well, he looks like a Gold Glover at third base all of a sudden, which
was
funny.
Positions.
It was the one thing people knocked on him for last year was that his defense was just kind of okay. He had some good moments, he had some bad moments, but he got kind of some flack for his defense, even though his bat was. I mean, he's gonna hit 265, 270 most years, which is
pretty solid.
Pretty solid. I would take that.
Yeah,
well, especially because where I see him in a future role is just kind of your utility guy off the bench, play a couple different positions.
I think that he's one of those guys though that you need in baseball where he is a starter, where
Yeah.
you have 10 starters and he just rotates in different positions based off of who needs a rest that day. So he always is pretty much starting, but he's always playing second, third, first.
Sure. I agree. I agree. He starts almost every day.
Like a
and
Ryan
just,
Reynolds.
Yeah, I love that. No, he's got a almost. I guess is he the new all the tools guy?
Yeah.
I feel like he hasn't been playing. The wild thing for me is lately I feel like he hasn't been playing all that often, which is unfortunate because he was almost red hot to start the year, and then they started playing the whole matchup game, and then he hasn't gotten nearly as many looks, and I think he's kind of fallen back into a slump. Please mute this mic. Not yours, Max's.
No, Max can talk.
What a nice guy. I appreciate that. Although I did say to Derek, as soon as you get up, I will join this watch along and completely tank it.
Yeah,
I'm already in the process of it.
That's the goal.
What is this podcast called for the chat? What is this podcast
right
called
here?
right here? And then for the people in this office, what is this podcast
I already have
called?
my answer, so I'll let the chat go first.
I don't know.
It's Carpool Buddies.
Carpool Buddies.
I mean, come on, it's
That's
it's
a
right
lame
there.
name.
Oh, stop it! What do you mean? It's pretty good. It's accurate. For those who don't know, Jake and my carpool.
Somebody
that's the
said
context.
Adman.
Adman. Oh, Albert. Yes, that makes sense. Hey, what's up, Michael?
You can give a neutral ad right now
We
if
doing-
you want.
Ooh.
Well, it's presented by Neutral.
Well, I know that you guys already did one, but bonus ass, please. Oh my gosh, am I dreaming? I might be dreaming. Oh yes, neutral. Emma, would you actually mind grabbing me a neutral, please? Your choice on the flavor, because there's so many flavors of our friends at Neutral. Yes, everyone who watches the Rising show, this is now their worst nightmare right now come to life. Neutral, so many delicious flavors. It is nothing but the natural flavor of the vodka, the seltzer, and
Is
real
it the
juice.
pineapple? Pineapple slaps.
Oh, you like? Oh yeah. Wait, hold on. Hope I don't drip.
Little
on
ASMR.
Ooh, that was
Oh!
nice.
Jose Herrera just yeeted his bat.
Ooh. Oh, she's deciding right now what this podcast will be called. She has her hands on hips. She right now is she's the embodiment of thinking right now.
She's stuck on this one.
She is.
You guys give off different vibes, but also the same vibes at first. Like you guys give off the same energy, but your personalities are polar opposites.
Give
The
up the si-
positivity is like through the roof with the combination of the two of
Interesting.
them.
Huh. Okay.
Derek, what is this podcast called?
Campus Boys?
Campus
Campus
Boys.
Boys. Oh, well, that's true. We did get our you officially graduated and walked. I will be walking for.
You're
with our
not
master-
walking though, so don't lie to the people.
I'm flying to Ohio.
Okay,
and,
okay.
And
Let me
kinda
explain this
walking.
to the chat. So I just graduated with my MBA. Max is about to graduate with his MBA.
Mhm.
Max is flying out to Ohio, where he
Yes.
is getting his degree from.
Yes.
For what reason? Oh, just to hang out with the people that he got his MBA with.
you're
It's
not-
like a get together.
No,
and I said,
no.
"Oh, so you're going to walk and get together with him?" He goes, "No, graduation's a different weekend. I'm just going to hang out."
Why wouldn't you go the weekend of graduation so you could hang out and
Because
walk?
they scheduled it on 2 different weekends.
Pretty much. Yeah,
And he chose, I don't want to walk. I want to go hang out.
because it worked better for my personal schedule to go on the later weekend, and I may not be walking across a physical stage, but I'll be walking with my peers and in my heart, and that's really what counts.
This guy. It's wild. That's just wild to me.
Oh man, it
Man,
is.
that pizza smells good, Derek.
It does. Ooh. Ooh. Mountain Mike's.
Yeah.
Ooh, of course. Who else?
Michael says congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. Oh,
Put a sock
put
in
a
it?
sock in it. That's our name.
That's the name.
Why?
Wow. Put a sock in it.
Max, you talk a lot.
I do talk a lot.
You talk a lot, but you're also a little sassy.
Mm.
So the comeback of like,
I think everyone's hearing
put a
this.
sock in it, and it's a dad joke to
Oh my gosh! Wow, that is pretty incredible.
This is a good one.
I think I really do appreciate the dad joke, and I'm not even a dad. What's that? Some thought went into it. Okay. Damon, do you have an answer for this?
I was trying to think of one. I still am. It's a tough one.
Sean
really
would have a
is.
good one. Sean always has a good one.
Sean probably has like.
I'm
going
gonna
to
text Sean right now and see if he responds while he's on ASU.
I still think the leader might, and maybe I rework the naming, but something along the realm of carpool buddies. It's just got a nice ring to it. Chad, let us know if you have anything as well. Albert with Adman and the Faj. I mean, that's a classic.
I mean, it's literally just our
literally
names.
just our names. Yeah.
Don't forget Damon though. Damon's a key cog in this mix.
Oh, of course. I'm just behind the scenes though. I mean, but you can't have the podcast without Damon, the producer. With this combo, I mean, it's everything.
I very much hope that you have a more prominent role in this podcast than I do. Otherwise, we're in deep doo-doo. But yeah, how about this Chevy Trucks commercial? Ooh, buddy.
No free ad smacks.
You know what? My man. Goodness gracious.
Look how terrified she looks.
Okay, now we're back on the babies. Wow, what's your... No idea what's happening. Let me see. Where's the baby? She doesn't know how to play a keyboard, not at that age.
like-
You want to bet?
She's like, there's sounds coming
Yeah.
out of this. By the way.
Oh.
Just so you know.
For Aaron in the chat, I graduated from GCU for my MBA, and he graduated from Ohio. He is a Bobcat,
I'm a Bobcat.
but not walking. Hey! Look at that bald baby.
Another baby. Have you guys ever seen a baby on TV, and are you good at guessing how old you believe they are? Because I'm horrible at that game. With people in general, but especially babies.
I would guess about a year for that baby.
How? Do you tell by the circumference of their cheeks
their
or their arms?
size. Their size
I
is.
don't know these things.
That baby could be 2 weeks old and a year and a half, and I would have no idea.
Derek, how old
no,
would you have
no
said
idea.
that baby
no
was?
Idea.
About a year? Yeah. It's the size. It's the ability to hold their head.
This actually reminds me. There's a call to the bullpen. Did you guys like the bullpen cards? Thoughts?
I do like the bullpen cards,
bullpen
but
cards.
the people do not like the players do not like. The
I get
bullpen
that.
Cards.
I get that. Do you like the bullpen cards?
I do.
Okay,
I have no problem against the bullpen cards.
Damon.
What's not to like? Golf carts and like carts like that are
what I'm
just
saying.
sick in general.
They're pretty elite.
Yeah.
When they did the transportation draft on ASU on Sun Devils, I think it was Sean that got golf carts like second round, and it's such a good pick.
You
golf
can
carts are
pimp
just
out a golf cart.
Yeah, and they're the best way to just get around. I mean, you look so sick every time you're driving.
So Damon is one day going to move to a town in Georgia where all they do is travel by golf cart. Have you seen those? Like
I have seen where you literally just get
they
your
literally
golf
have golf
drive
cart
around, yeah.
streets that people drive
actually?
on. Yeah, there's a
That's-
town in Georgia that you literally just commute by golf
When
cart.
you think about it, it's
Sounds
kind of the
incredible.
best of all worlds. You get around relatively fast. It has all the space for what you need. I'm sure you save on fuel, way safer. And oh, by the way, you get the nice leisurely feeling of a golf cart.
You get to feel the wind in your hair as
Ooh.
you're driving down at
Can you
25
imagine
miles per hour.
The wind in Andrew Chafin's hair.
Ooh, damn, it's a lot of whip. You like that one?
Sorry, I'm just back here wondering when I can tag in.
Oh, whenever. Like, I'm surprised I've even lasted this long. I thought I was gonna
Derek got some
get the call for the bullpen
food.
very long ago.
Max didn't want to talk to Marte's going to beat that out.
Oh,
That's how it starts.
all right, buddy.
All right, it's time for Corbin barrels. I think I'm calling my shot, Derek.
Yeah, Corbin Barrel home run.
Corbin barrel time.
Corbin Barrel dinger.
I mean,
or
just some form of in the gap scores a run.
Go ahead.
The hair's looking very Lourdes right now, Derek.
Thank you.
Do you know he was plus 230 today to steal a base?
He
Corbin
was
Carroll.
plus 230.
I actually didn't hate that bet, but he hasn't stolen a base, so.
He has not, and the Diamondbacks as a whole haven't really been very active on the base
Perdomo
path.
got a base.
Early in the season, you could get
He
Corbin
stole one.
Carroll steals at like plus 600.
Really?
Yeah, they hadn't found out.
That he was fast?
Yeah,
That's wild because that's literally one of the things everybody talked about when he was coming up.
it was just like the betting for some reason. Like I remember
that man stole 30 bases in 80 games in his minor league season last year.
opening day, I took him to hit a double plus 750, and now him hitting a double is like plus 300 every game. It's just not even
Jesse.
close.
Jesse.
Jesse
I
was
called
around.
my shot too early, Derek.
You did this.
He
to
saw
us.
one pitch.
He did that last time. I think he was up as well. Just saw one pitch. Not great,
He's been in a little mini rut right now.
especially with the game on.
Am I getting booted? Is it time for me to get booted?
Well, Jacob, look, it's not.
Jesse's staring at me.
You did your
The
job.
robot is over there,
You did your job.
just looking at me.
The thing is that sometimes you just gotta do your part, right? You're not the entire machine, even though you are a machine. You are one of the cogs that helps run this show, and sometimes, thank you, gotta give me the ball. All right, now get the hell out of
All
here.
right,
Because Jesse's
call
got to
in
come
here,
in
call
here
in
and
here.
close this game out.
Call in your Jesse.
I need the freedman. Bring him in. I know you're not lefty, but I've been going lefty today because this is that sweatshirt I was telling you about yesterday with all the logos on the left arm.
Oh,
Welcome.
thank you.
How was Chase Field?
You know, it was pretty dead.
Yeah.
About what you'd expect
You don't
for
say.
a Wednesday afternoon.
Did Lourdes ask about my hair?
I was not on the field today, nor in the clubhouse, so
Dang it.
I don't, not that I'm aware of, but
Dang it.
you know, he very well could have been asking about it. You know, with the other reporters or with his teammates.
I see you wore purple to not clash with.
I
Derek's hair
did.
today.
Yeah, I've
Huge.
given in to trying to coordinate
Attaboy.
my outfits so that I don't,
Attaboy.
so that we don't clash
I love
anymore.
it.
So.
I love it so much, as it should be.
I think the attendance was about 10,000 today.
So more than
So-
game one.
More than game one.
Hmm.
9,071, Derek. That was the audience on Monday night.
How was yesterday? Was yesterday the most attended one of the three?
Yeah, I think it was like 13.
Yeah. Yesterday did seem. I remember the lady, one of the people in the elevator said she had already taken more people up and down by like the first inning of yesterday's game than she had all day the previous day.
On
So,
Monday. Yeah, sounds about right.
Things were great.
So this Marlins bullpen apparently is just incredible. Is that what we're seeing so far?
What we're seeing is the Diamondbacks once again making pitching look very good. I don't like it.
Yeah, Tanner Scott, 5 strikeouts.
It's ridiculous.
It's not ideal.
It's ridiculous.
I do have to say that the D-backs continue to be a little bit vulnerable to left-handed pitching, which is something that, you know, we've
Yeah.
talked about before. But
Yeah.
the way that this lineup is constructed, if you've got a good left-handed reliever, you can leave him in there for a while, and there will be a lot of favorable matchups. And the Marlins have done that pretty well in this game.
Unfortunately, it's a blueprint to beat this team, especially late in games.
Yeah. Yeah, and Brazoban is a really good pitcher too, so he'll probably go back out there for the bottom of the 8th, I would think.
We get a ninth inning magic walk-off action, maybe?
D-backs are one of, I believe, 3 teams who have not played an extra inning game so far. Not saying that we necessarily, I don't know, do we want that? Is that what we want, Derek? We want some free baseball?
I don't know, Jesse. I feel like you've kind of already cursed us a bit with that at this point, but I could be just reading.
So you're
wrong.
saying you don't want that?
know.
If you're using the word curse when it comes to
you might
an
be,
extra inning game,
you
maybe
might-
that's not what you're looking
you
for.
might be onto something there. I'm from the future, Jesse. Jazz is going to ground out to Perdomo. Look at that.
Nice. Very nice. Have you been doing this the whole game? I'm sure Sean and Jacob
Oh,
love you for it.
Sean was.
It was a big thing earlier.
Sean
Was it?
was furious with
He was
me.
celebrating Perdomo's
Yeah.
RBIs before
Yeah. Look,
it even happened on the screen.
That's messed up, Derek. That's messed up.
is it, or is it messed up that we can't live in a world where the television broadcast I'm watching is dialed into the same MLB content that's game day? I think that
It would be nice if they were a little more in sync. I do get that.
I would think you would appreciate that as a man that likes to be on Baseball Savant.
It's true. Although Baseball Savant is not as fast as Game Day. Baseball Savant
It's
is
true.
probably closer to this. We still have you still have some PTSD left over from Andrew Chafin what he's done in some recent outings?
I'm not feeling great, if I'm being honest, but I don't feel I feel like he had enough time out. I don't even feel like it was Chafin's fault. I feel like it was just overusage. You can't expect to use a reliever that often and have them have success.
Yeah.
A reliever for a reason.
Well, he got the first 2 of this series off, so yes, that's good.
The question is, do they bring him back out for the 9th if he has like kind of a quick inning here?
My guess
Which
would
he
be
really
probably
hasn't.
not.
Yeah, okay.
It was a shot from Jesus Sanchez early in this game.
Yeah.
That was a monstrous home run.
Yeah. They've kept Soler relatively quiet. I probably shouldn't have said that while he was still in the batter's box.
No,
but.
no, I don't think you should have said that at all.
I know people hate me for the stuff I say, but they don't hate me nearly as much as I hate myself for the stuff I say, you know?
Oh, Derek, that was so sad.
I know. I was telling them, I told them about the Soler conversation you and I had before he went off for 2 dingers last night, though. Sometimes I just got to be honest. Strike out!
There
Let's
you
go,
go.
Javen. Baxter in the background. I tried to not dap Baxter up because he looked like he was heading somewhere and going somewhere important. I was telling Sean this, and he kind of got mad at me and came back and made sure I gave him he like stopped me, made sure I dapped him. So I guess me and Baxter are just friends like that now. It's kind of wild to know a celebrity like that.
Yeah. As in Baxter knows you. You're the celebrity in the relationship.
No. It's definitely the other way around. It's definitely the other way around.
It's a big at bat here for Luis Ariz because I'm pretty sure his batting average would drop below 400 if he does not get a base
hit. He is at 402 right now.
He's on like another stratosphere from the rest of the league. He's number 1 in batting average, and number 2 I think is like 350 or something like that.
That's crazy.
Which normally 350 would still be pretty good at this point in the year, but Luis Ariz is just sort of on another planet at this point.
Oh, foul ball? That's fair.
I think that's a fair ball.
Foul ball.
It is a foul ball. Okay. All right.
Goodness. It was a very long foul ball.
It was very close. What do we got?
Foul ball.
Foul ball, very close. The ADT patch remains a massive disappointment. Yes.
Gigantic. I mean, we're going to need to have that patch taken over the earth soon. And by comparison, especially in this jersey in particular, the Avnet patch does not look bad. Look at that. Look at that thing, Jesse. It does not look bad.
No, it really doesn't. It really does not.
If you had no idea what Avnet is, you would think that's some sort of cool like catchphrase for the D-backs or something. Oh, Chafin.
Elise says, speaking of bullpen usage, when are they going to call up another arm? Very good question, and we still do not have the answer. Torey Lovello, as of Monday night, said he still felt good going into Tuesday. Some of the reporters who are out there might be able to ask him that question again after today's game, but I guess they've been okay. I mean, you got 6 innings from Merrill Kelly again today, so you're probably going to be okay for at least another day. Oh my gosh. Derek, watching baseball games with you is no fun. If you're always if you can't just
I'll stop.
You need to stop. Like game day is only going to give you the information. What, like 40 seconds before the TV here in the office will?
Was this inning over? You want to waste the magic on this at bat?
No, I want no, because technically we're already in the future, so we're already into the bottom of the 8th. Get over here.
Time to go pee?
Hurry up.
Luis Ariz.
Totri thinks this is some sort of game, Jesse.
Thinks what? He thinks the baseball game is some sort of game?
No,
I mean, he's probably right.
No, he understands that's a game. He thinks that standing here because of the game is a game, and it's not a game. It's not. It's real. The magic that he brings is real, and it's kind of weird. But like, I feel like this is how I would abuse like a monkey paw that gave you wishes or something of the sort, right?
Sure.
Like, I wouldn't be nearly as appreciative of it for the magic that it's bringing into my life as I should, and I'd be screaming at it to give me things. And that's exactly how I'm treating Totri.
So Luis Ariz is still hitless in this game. The batting average did indeed drop below 400.
We did it.
It's the first. I believe that is the first time this season, other than like maybe his like first at bat or two. I know he went 2 for 4 in the Marlins season opener, so I don't know if he like started over 1 or something. But this very well may be the first time all season that Luis Ariz has had a batting average below 400.
Let's take a moment to appreciate what Chafin did. He came in here, he got Chisholm ground out, and then he strikes out Soler and Ariz. That's a pretty good inning. It's exactly what we want. But now, who comes in the ninth? Scott McGuff?
Probably Miguel Castro.
Let's go.
Right?
Yeah.
How do we feel about this this commercial with the legendary Al McCoy and Luis Gonzalez?
Yeah, it's a lot for me. I can't have this much Arizona sports legend in one commercial. And if I'm being honest, Anderson Ford kind of put all their eggs in one basket with that. Like, you could have 2 completely separate commercials that would give you the same impact of those 2 legends. No, closer. No, back. Take one little step backwards. Right there. It's the junction of the gray box with the lighter gray box, and then kind of where that one. Yeah, like right in that area is fine. I mean, I'm not being ridiculous about it. Like, it's fine. That's close enough. We'll see. What just happened? Who did that to the TV right now?
I think Derek's definitely ready to blame Totri. There's no. Oh, a civil authority has issued a required monthly test
for
the
guys
following
getting
counties
this
or
too?
areas. Yeah, I'm really curious. We can't be the only ones who are getting this.
Right in the middle of this crucial at bat.
All right, 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5.
Is it okay if I update you guys on what's going on or no? He's 1 and 2 right now, and then there's a batter timeout.
Huh.
Walker, single, double, triple, walk. Oh, Christian Walker strikes out. Not having a good day at Chase Field.
Oh, no. Are we starting over again?
Wish he was better.
We're back to 1 out of 5, Derek. Okay. All right. We're back.
It's all right. I held it down in the meantime.
Thanks, Derek. We'd be lost without you.
Yeah, he struck out. Move over just a little bit.
Oh
no,
my
the wrong
gosh.
way. This way. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. That's perfect right there. They're fake. It's fake. Those aren't real tacos. Michael says you need a commercial, Derek. Go fill up your gas at Circle K, and you'll see me.
Well, not necessarily you though, right?
Yeah,
You really, if you go fill up your gas tank at Circle K, you really have like
Jesse,
a 1 in 8 chance of seeing you. There's a whole bunch of people that did it.
Are there?
I wasn't one of them, unfortunately. So no matter how many times you try, you will not see me telling you to go in and get a pull.
So Lindsay is the only other confirmed video that I've seen. Here's the scary part about this. My brother's friend was filling up his gas in Flagstaff and saw me on a video.
Really?
Up in Flagstaff.
Wow.
Yeah. He apparently took a picture of it, sent it to my brother, and said, "Why the hell is your little brother on my gas pump right now?" Which is coincidentally enough the same thing.
We're going international, man.
You want to go big?
Yeah. I mean, today it's Flagstaff. Tomorrow it's Tokyo.
Circle K is only not in 3 states in this country. So
really,
yes, there's only 3 states where you won't find a Circle K.
I think Michael is right. Leah definitely had one too. I think some
I've
people
seen
have
Leah's. Yeah.
All right. All right, I'm going to switch my screen over. I won't. God, this last at bat.
The Marlins have been outrageously good in close games this season. It sort of feels like there's some regression that needs to happen there.
Oh, Lourdes. You got.
This Marlins bullpen, man, is doing work.
That was crazy. It is also crazy. What do you think? Does popcorn smell like pee?
Like pee?
Yeah. That's what it smells like to me.
It does. No. Popcorn does not smell like pee to me. Nope. Palm Beach Gardens' own Pavin Smith keeps the inning alive.
There you go.
Let's go, Red. Bang. Bang. Almost looks like Damon. What? Is that racist? I feel like that's racist.
That's gotta be racist.
That's gotta be racist. And he just said it looks like Damon. Come on, what is happening here?
I didn't say that.
Damon's behind the computer, but he's
I
very
thought I looked
handsome.
nice today.
Yeah, you're very handsome.
He's fine.
He's mid.
Damon
Having one person be like, this is the ugliest person I've ever seen.
Damon has an elite vintage Arizona shirt collection. I'm not just talking about Diamondbacks. Today he is wearing an Arizona lottery shirt. So Damon's.
I don't think you look like Pavin.
Yeah, you're beautiful on the inside, Damon.
There's so much ridiculous chatter happening in this office right now.
Oh, man. Oof.
I'm really not surprised at all. So the Miami Marlins, their bullpen this season, not particularly good overall. They have a team bullpen ERA of right around 4.5. But if you look at their win probability added, which is this nerdy stat that we brought up a couple days ago, which basically is like how much have you contributed to your team's chances of winning? And you're just like adding up all those numbers over the course of the season. The Marlins bullpen is first in all of baseball.
No.
So basically they have been very poor when it doesn't matter and very, very good when it does matter. And we've seen that here. I mean, this is a tie game. It doesn't really get any higher leverage for a bullpen than this, and this Marlins bullpen has been outstanding today.
So they stopped scoring after I left, is what you're saying.
Right.
No, before you got here. Darn it.
It's a good take. Dominic Fletcher waiting out on deck here.
Oh. All right. Diamondbacks' hopes are in the hands of Dominic Fletcher, Jose Herrera, and Josh Rojas in the bottom of the ninth.
Doesn't exactly inspire confidence.
Not a ton. Not a ton, but if one of those guys can get on base, that means Ketel Marte will get another at-bat. He's been pretty good in this game.
This is true. Unfortunately, as much as Perdomo has, broken out in a big way this season, trying to hit pitches up in the strike zone continues to be not exactly a strength for him. That's a pretty tough pitch for him to get to. Always gives you a good at bat though. Seven pitches there for Perdomo. How'd you feel about Merrill Kelly today, Derek?
Merrill Kelly did not have his best stuff today. I thought he still gave the Diamondbacks 6 strong, which they needed with the way this bullpen has been used.
Yeah.
So at least he did that. And he gave him a chance to win. I think he was really frustrated with himself at times, and I think that you could see it on his face. You could see it in his performance. He definitely just wasn't, what we've seen from Merrill, which is, maybe 3 runs. Like what he was really mad about that home run. But
yeah. Well, the pitch before it, what you could make a case could have been. I think it was the pitch before it. It might have been 2 pitches before it, but there was, I think it was a 3-2 count, and there was a pitch that you could, or I guess it would have been a 2-2 count. There was a pitch you could make a case should have been strike 3.
Yeah.
I believe Jose Herrera dropped the pitch, which may or may not have prevented the home plate umpire from giving the D-backs the call there. That obviously would have changed things pretty significantly in this game. Win MVP or World Series? That's the conversation they're having on the broadcast.
that's like literally such a selfish question, right? Like, would you rather
Yeah.
go for personal glory or glory of the team?
Am I wrong in saying that guy who responded right there on the screen is a PHNX fan? I feel like he's.
Yeah, we've definitely
I feel like that guy
gotten some
watches our
comments.
stuff.
Yeah, we've definitely seen him around for sure. Yeah, I feel like almost every single player would answer that question as World Series. Like, you think there's a player in Major League Baseball right now who would rather win MVP than win a World Series? I don't know if such a player even exists.
I guess the idea is, forget what you would say publicly. How would you really feel about it? Like, they both do a similar thing for you, and essentially, at the end of the day, I feel like baseball players play it for the glory and the fame, but they play it for the money. And I mean, few things are going to bring you as much potential financial windfall as an MVP, So I'm sure there's a lot of players that really want that MVP. Did he hurt himself? What is happening? Oh.
Well, you were right. Andrew Chafin did indeed come back out for the ninth inning. My guess is that they just wanted him to face Sanchez, obviously being a lefty.
How did that go?
He's a righty.
How did that go?
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, lead off double here to start the
Miguel Castro is
top of the ninth
coming in to replace Chafin.
Yeah, that makes sense. Bring in Castro for the righty.
But this is pretty crucial now, right? We're in 9th inning. They got a runner in scoring position, no outs.
Yeah.
Castro.
The D-backs offense has not had a good day at all whatsoever. Picked up a couple more hits there, but they still only have 4 in the game altogether. They had a double from Lourdes early in the game that they couldn't score, and then in that 4-run inning, they literally only had 1 hit, which was the RBI single from Geraldo Perdomo.
That's right.
Other than that,
everything else was walks, right?
Everything else, yeah. Eduardo Cabrera had 4 walks and a balk in the inning, which is a good way to help the other team score some runs. So able to take advantage of that, but it's been a pretty stagnant day for the offense.
Mother's Day is this weekend, Jesse. Have you gotten your stuff that you need to get taken care of?
What is this, a personal attack, or what are we doing here?
This is small talk. This is banter is what it is. I was just curious.
Yes.
I was gonna say, am I the only one that has noticed how outrageously expensive greeting cards have gotten? Greeting cards have trekked into the territory of literally being more potentially than the gift I was going to buy for my mother.
I mean, is it what kind of greeting card are we talking? Does it like make noise?
There's the ones that
flap out at you or something.
They do all of that stuff. There's some that like become a bouquet of flowers. Like the greeting card itself becomes like a paper bouquet of flowers. You can even get a little baby Yoda one that's in like a pram. Depending on what your mother or wife is into.
Sure.
I'm just not spending $20 on a greeting card. There's
$20 is genuinely absurd.
There's got to be a line, and that's definitely around $12. I think is crossing it.
I will say, I won't mention any specific by name.
Sure.
But those those places that you go to buy things for like a certain price,
Mm-hmm.
a really low price.
Mm-hmm.
Those places tend to be pretty good for greeting cards.
Yeah.
So, pro tip.
Like just some sort of place that might say the name of how much they charge for their items in the name of the store.
Potentially.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something
Yeah.
like that. Elizabeth just got my mom's card for $250.
What a pleasant surprise. You know what the best piece of advice that I still don't really follow all the time is, and it came from Nick Offerman. Nick Offerman, it was famously Ron Swanson on Parks and Recreation.
Oh,
He's
there you
also
go.
been in a lot of other things, but he once said that when it comes to greeting cards, stop buying greeting cards in the store. Nobody wants a greeting card from the store. Like, go take a piece of paper, fold it in half, write something that means something on it, maybe adorn it with a piece of nature and give it to somebody, you know, showing them that you put the effort into actually like writing something out instead of just stopping at a place
Sure.
and buying a card, right? And like it's kind of funny because as a kid, you always feel like one day you want to get to that point where you have greeting card money for your mom, where one day you as a child will have the money to be able to go get your mom a Mother's Day card yourself and pay the money for it instead of having to make it yourself. But I feel like it's important to teach people, make people understand how good it is when you make a card for someone yourself. My daughter still does it, and I absolutely love it when she does it for me. And my wife has a friend that does it, and she makes incredible cards. Like she's very talented. Like
Yeah, if you can do like
art-wise.
calligraphy and like you can really,
she just
really make it into
like
something.
they like the same band, so she like used the lyrics from or song titles to write like the content for the card and put all the song titles in like caps, and it was very creative and very cute. And like I don't know, I just think those kind of things mean more if you can ever muster up that time to actually make it yourself. And again,
I was a big poem writer.
Really?
Growing up, yeah.
Really?
I mean, not like in life in general, but
Yeah.
like when I was making a card for like one of my parents or grandparents in particular,
you
I
throw a
would
poem in
I
there?
would write horrendously bad poems.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
actually the best usage of poetry, to be honest. That's like that is that. I mean, again, you're showing you care. You came up with something creative. Like, there's a lot there. It's from the heart.
So John Birdie has moved up the runner.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got the left-handed Joey Wendell, Peyton Burdick on deck, who's 2 for 3 in the game, couple doubles.
Burdick after him. Wendell not hitting doubles. Wendell hitting
Yeah.
053 right now in his.
You could make a case that you should walk Wendell and you know, open up a double play possibility, but when
Could
the
you?
guy is hitting 053 on the season, you're probably
Could you?
not going to do that.
Don't you just want to get him out?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. But if he was one of the better left-handed hitters in the game, then you might. Wow, Jose Herrera has been ultra aggressive back there today. He's done that a couple times. That seemed way like he was not off the base hardly at all. I mean, that just seems like an enormous unnecessary risk to me. Like, could you imagine if he airmails that throw and then that's how the go-ahead run scores? That's probably going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Derek, remember when you shit on Joey Wendell?
I mean, I just did it right now. He's still hitting. Now he's hitting 100. So.
Yep, now he's up to 100 on the season. Well, Chafin and Castro. I mean, I think Chafin was fine.
Chafin should not have been brought back into the city.
I mean, it kind of made sense though, right?
I know.
Like at the lefty-lefty matchup, I think it just kind of didn't work.
Yeah.
D-backs have relied a lot on these two guys, and they've won a lot of games because of them, and now they're starting to lose some games because of them. It's sort of the way it goes when you have a couple back-end relievers who are good, overutilized, and good, but not Miguel Castro and Andrew Chafin. It just doesn't hold up with other back-end bullpen duos around the league, right?
Yeah.
And some people maybe tried to convince themselves early in the season that they were going to be that good when I just don't think that was ever realistic to expect.
Elizabeth says, "Did you just say greeting card money?" I did. When you were a kid, you dreamed about having a lot of kind of money, you know? Money adults have. You just see them throwing it around.
That was
Gets Burdick.
nice and easy.
Gets the guy that hit 053 gets the double and the RBI, but Burdick gets that down.
So as we said earlier, he should have walked Joey Wendell and then just gone right after Burdick.
Your
right?
logic was airtight. Your logic now is proved to be airtight. Oh, this sucks. I just want them to have like an intimidating, dominant reliever that can come in. Miguel Castro fits the mold. He's a big guy. He's got a.
He looks like it. He just like.
Yeah, he just has.
He's always been kind of it's always been a little weird for him. Like, you know, he throws. His velocity's been a little down this year. Last year was more 98. This year it's more 96. But yeah, I mean, the stuff has always looked pretty good. His slider is an incredible outpitch, and yet you look at his numbers over the years, and he's always covered kind of around like a 4 ERA. He's never really been the ace reliever that kind of shows he could be from time to time.
Didn't realize he was 6'7".
He's gigantic.
He's a very, very tall man.
That's huge, man.
He's a big dude.
Can the answer backs do it again, Derek?
Can the answer backs do it again, Jesse? Dominic Fletcher, Jose Herrera, who might get pinch hit for maybe Gabriel Moreno, who hasn't come into the game yet.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They're definitely not going to let Jose Herrera hit. There's no way.
Should be.
It will probably be Moreno. Yeah, I think that is likely. Do we know, has Game Day told us who the Marlins are putting into pitch here? I'm assuming they're not sticking with Floro. Maybe they are. Maybe they are sticking with Floro.
No one yet.
Luis Castro has struggled every time he has been brought in mid-inning. Torrey should have let him start the inning clean. It has sort of felt that way.
Yeah.
I think there's something to be said there. We know that Torrey was asked on Monday if Gallen not pitching into the 8th inning had anything to do with that, like wanting to give, the reliever a clean inning rather than having a reliever come in during an inning, even if there wasn't any traffic on the bases. Don't remember exactly what Torrey said. It didn't seem to be a huge concern, but it is a valid point. I think we've seen that both with Castro and for Chafin, it's been more about inherited runners when he's come in into those situations. I guess it's really the same thing for Chafin. He's struggled to come in with guys on base and prevent those guys from scoring.
I don't know if Albert is still in the chat, but Albert, if you are still here, Mitchell just responded saying that those shirts will start shipping tomorrow or Friday. So I would say Friday is a safe bet on when those will ship out.
Talking about the season pass shirts?
Yes. And they still haven't updated. Is my internet broken? What's happening here? They still haven't added.
So we've got AJ Puck on the mound. So the D-backs can basically empty the bench of all the right-handed hitters here.
They have Moreno, Ahmed. That's it.
Yeah, you might see them pinch hit. I mean, they're definitely going to pinch hit Moreno for Herrera. I think that's pretty clear. And then you might see them pinch hit Ahmed for Rojas. Hitting right here. Yeah, I think this makes sense.
Oh, you think you can sit in the spot? How long have you not been standing there? Was he gone when the run scored? I think he was gone. Were you?
Yeah,
you were sitting.
He wasn't standing anymore.
I feel like we fucking addressed the issue. Can I have some beef jerky? I mean, I asked politely after I yelled at you. Thank you. It's the Circle K beef jerky. It's incredible, and I don't know what else to say about all of their snacks are delicious. No, you gotta stand. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules.
That was a nice pitch. Man, the Marlins are they're just riding it out with their lefties here, man. It's working entirely too well. Good take. Puck's been pretty good this year. 3.29 ERA, 17 strikeouts, only 3 walks.
It's cute the way Jose Herrera
giving up a couple homers. So now you get Moreno for Herrera, I assume. Moreno is sitting 400 with a 994 OPS against lefties. That's pretty impressive.
He's gonna hit the ball to the moon.
I didn't notice how big his splits are. And pretty solid overall. Puck is just so I feel like his delivery is just unlike anything you really see all that often. He's just such an enormous, lanky. It's like this kind of lower arm slot thing going on.
Looks a little like Matthew Lillard. A little bit.
Who?
That's an older reference. I forget how young you are, Jesse. I forget. I can't just say.
Oh, what year are we talking here?
Like 2000s. He was in the Scream film, the first one.
Huh.
Late 90s, 2000s. He played Shaggy in Scooby-Doo.
Wait, is this a pitcher?
I mean, I'm talking about the actor, but I'm just saying that he looks like him.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure the pitcher was not in the Scooby-Doo movie. Yes, for sure. AJ Puck was not. See, Elizabeth gets it.
That was a nice pitch. Marlins bullpen is better than the Diamondbacks bullpen. I think it's just pretty clear. So yep, you are getting Ahmed as well for Rojas. Should put the D-backs defensively in an interesting spot. All right.
Does Perdomo play third?
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, Longoria is already out of the game. So yeah, you would move Perdomo to third. Yeah, that's what you'd have to do.
I would take a lead right now. Yes, Coach.
All right. Well, now
Cattell
against the lefty. Cattell against the lefty is about the best matchup the Diamondbacks ever have. Yeah. Cattell against the lefty, Corbin Carroll against a righty, which is not likely to happen in this inning. Cattell is 1 for 2. Has a couple walks. Had some nice at-bats today. It was not a great pitch to swing at. This would be tough, Derek. I mean, the D-backs, for as much success as they've had, to lose their third series of the season and have 2 of them be against the Miami Marlins.
This is incredible.
The Marlins just don't lose close games, man. Yeah. They came in to the series, I want to say 11-0, in one-run games or something absurd like that.
Yeah.
That's why their run differential is just awful.
Because all the
And
games
yet
they've won have been close ones.
Yeah,
and
they're
all the
winning all the
losses.
close games, and then they just get blown out in the other ones. I guess they had, they won a 4-run game yesterday, but
You would be like, Colorado went to a 99.9% chance. No, that's.
I want their bullpen.
yeah. Yeah, they've got, AJ Puck, like former very, very highly touted pitching prospect, converted reliever. Be a tough at bat for Corbin Carroll, honestly.
He's had a tough game already.
Yeah. Two and two.
Ah, that same pitch up high.
That's tough. That is tough. The Diamondbacks, no more games against the Marlins. People can rejoice. There will be no more games against the Marlins, but they lost 4 out of 6 to a Marlins team that presumably is just not nearly as good of a baseball team as the Diamondbacks are. But that happens. Here we are.
Here we are. That's why you got to be careful this month, because there's a lot of winnable games this month, but they cannot take their foot off the pedal.
Yeah.
These are all major league teams that are all capable of winning not only a series, but sweeping them if they take them lightly. So anyway, we'll see you guys very shortly, about 15 minutes. We're going to break down this series. We got to put some numbers and stuff together. Maybe give us a little extra time, because we've been doing this watch along, and I have nothing ready to go. So we'll figure that out.
We've
But
got some stuff.
we got some stuff. We'll see you guys shortly. But thank you guys for being here on behalf of Jesse, Damon, and this ridiculous cast of characters behind me. We always appreciate your time. And remember, kids, baseball's fun, but it's so much more fun when you can beat the goddamn Marlins.